Not a film. It's, it's Monday. Now that we've gotten over yesterday, or have we? It's got to stop. Really do. Hey, anyway, free agency. Bam, free agency is probably, with making a 2019 season or breaking it, it's probably going to be the case. And we all know this because every year we go crazy over the draft, but really, it's who they bring in that's already legit, bona fide, and ready to plug and play. So, ESPN has made the bold prediction that Antonio Brown will lead the league. Let me see if we can get on this. Antonio Brown will lead the league in receptions with the San Francisco 49ers. The odds strongly favor Pittsburgh trading Brown this offseason. Releasing him would allow a conference rival like Baltimore or New England. You know, I thought about that. Each and every year, the Patriots get rid of everybody. Anybody that had anything to do with it. It's like you come into New England to win a ring, and then we say goodbye to you. Trent Brown, they might keep, they might not. But I was yesterday as I was laughing, I was thinking, Brown didn't get more than 1 year in that contract. Get him back on the phone. Get him back on the phone, John. Anyway. I could see Antonio Brown playing in New England if the 49ers don't pick him up. That's not all. The Steelers' interest, this is their whole thing. So shipping him off to an NFC West team makes more sense. 49ers have this cap space to give Brown a new contract if he wants one. And there's no doubt Brown knows all about what Julio did in Atlanta 2 years ago as the number one wide receiver in the Kyle Shanahan offense. See, here's a difference. When you say get a number one receiver, I see that as a description as the best receiver you have in Kyle Shanahan's system, and Antonio Brown will undoubtedly be it, right? So this thing about go out and find a number one receiver is not in Shanahan's system. If you come in and do a good job, because quite frankly, no matter what receiver we got, are they going to be better than George Kittle? You see what I'm saying? So, and here's another thing I got. The question is, Kyle Shanahan, oh, by the way, everybody's favorite edge rushers. Are we going to get any of them? Demarcus Lawrence, Jadeveon Clowney, Frank Clark, Trey Flowers, Brandon Graham, or Ziggy. I can't stay on the field, Ansah, but please let me play. Anthony Barr could be in the mix with Dante Fowler. Also, will Richard Sherman influence the 49ers to make a move on Earl T? I got a feeling he will. I really do. And if there's anything I feel strongly about, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't see that Antonio Brown situation working out for us. Because I see the Steelers looking at this like this. They're going to say, Antonio, how much trouble you gave us in the last 2 seasons? And now you want us to trade you to the 49ers, right? We ain't doing it. They ain't going to send him to Cleveland because the Cleveland Browns get Antonio Brown. They're going to the Super Bowl. And actually, they've been predicted to go to the Super Bowl ahead of us anyway. So, and they don't want anybody in the AFC that's going to cause a problem for them. I think Cleveland, as a matter of fact, isn't Cleveland? Yeah, they got to play Pittsburgh. They're not going to play trade him to Cleveland. So they got to get rid of him. And I doubt it's in the AFC period. Oakland? No. So, we still got a shot. It's small. It's really small. Because I figure somebody's going to come up with a package. Cardinals or somebody. Because the Cardinals need a receiver really bad, too. What if they give up? They could be the surprise of the draft. I keep thinking things like they draft Kyler Fuller. They put, because between Kyler Fuller and Rosen, they probably think Fuller's the better quarterback. And they might be right. But if they do that, then they go ahead and they trade with somebody else. You got Josh Rosen for a first-round pick if you want him. Here comes about 2 or 3 teams. Because they're saying now that there are 4 quarterbacks that could be taken in the first round, which is beyond my belief. So, will they do it? And they'll say, or else they'll say, Steelers, you want a first-round pick? No. Can't do it that way. Oh, they make the trade first, and then if the deal's not closed before draft night, Then they go after Antonio Brown with whomever else they trade with to get that first round pick to get Rosen. Turn right around and so many scenarios are possible. So Antonio Brown coming to the 49ers is really, to me, really a far shot. As I mentioned, the 49ers also have to make a decision. Oh, I was talking about the edge rushers, though. The guys in Texas aren't leaving, fam. Demarcus Lawrence and Jadeveon Clowney, I don't see that happening. I really just can't imagine them being that stupid. I do see Frank Clark as a light possibility if indeed they don't want to pay him. And you know how Seattle is. Trey Flowers, Brandon Graham, and as I mentioned, Ziggy. And I was trying to tell you about Earl Thomas, right? I'm sorry. Anyway, I do see Earl Thomas coming. Earl Mitchell's already said goodbye. Malcolm Smith and Pierre Garcon, are they going to continue to be on the roster? I don't think so. Releasing the three guys would save the 49ers $5 million in cap. That's a lot for guys they don't really want to use. Malcolm Smith is done. And who else did I mention here? Pierre Garcon is probably seemingly done. That's 2 years in a row, not giving us much other than a half a season. So you release him. And also, do you know that Eric Armstead, his release would save the 49ers $9.5 million? That's $14 million between about four players right there. I think that's a done deal. If I had to guess, I would say those are done deals. Armstead, Smith, Garcon, finished in San Francisco. Okay. The pending free agents, they're going to make a strong pitch to Robbie Gould, and we have to have Robbie Gould, period. Bradley Pinion, I've got some things. Bradley Pinion, once in each and every game, has one mistake. One mistake. He shanks one kick every game if he kicks more than 3 times. They got it all figured out. The 49ers are also expected to lock up both of them before the start of the new league, though. And I guess because he's been around a while, Pinion will be with us, but Robbie Gould is a must. All right. Hey, fam, I tell you what, let me go here and see. Mike DeCoit says, did the Rams really think the NFL is going to let them win over that blown call against the Saints? Man, I tell you, I got something to say about that in a minute, too. It's cool to be you. What's up, Niners? Connor Baker says, today's my birthday. I gotta get back to that in a minute, right? Donald Johnson says, hey, all the Snyder Empire fam want to say thanks. Thanks, Donald. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Audio V says, I wrote the Lambs fans on suicide watch on the board at my workplace, clocked out. Some butt-hurt individuals erased it. Good work. Audio V, them faders need to get the hell out of town and stop putting that shit. Let me get that up. They're doing freaking clowns. Why the bleep won't they just play at UNLV? You know, the 49ers have the last say on that from what I understand. If they want any territorial breach by a team like the Raiders, we're all in the NFL. We don't have to put up with that. Actually, Jed's probably going to get a little, because if you grease Jed's palm, Jed was willing to let the Raiders play at Levi's Stadium. Remember that? He offered. Even after what they've done, the things they've done to us. They did a job on us on the Khalil Mack deal. And I heard they went for Amari Cooper. Raiders also said, stop, no. So I would really appreciate the 49ers said, no. God, that was just... Connor Baker, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Niners! It's a little wet, there's a scratchy there. Birthday to you. And San Francisco, please, no more. Brady, Montana, goat race talk. Well, I get that's over, isn't it? I have one more theory on this. You know what? I have a feeling it was supposed to be the Patriots and Garoppolo. The NFL meddled in the situation that they did after Jimmy G went down, right? Because it was probably meant for the 49ers to get in the playoffs, be helped through just like the Rams were, and get that Super Bowl because Brady is going to be pretty feeble by next year. He looked really bad in the Super Bowl. I think he's really out of gas. Him and Gronk probably won't be there next year, right? So I'm feeling the 49ers may get helped next year if Brady gets talked into staying for one more year. The 49ers probably get to the Super Bowl through manipulation like the Rams did. Because the Rams weren't supposed to be there at first. I think that was an accident, but they went in and made that happen because they wanted the Rams. You got to keep the league young and keep it going and keep it growing. So you put the Rams in against the outgoing. The Rams were supposed to probably win that game, but they couldn't come up with any offense against the outgoing old guard, and it didn't work. Man, I tell you, but the Jimmy G versus Brady, the NFL's got to figure they're going to make huge, huge bank on that one. We'll see. Go to the phone, 909 Diamond Bar, California. Hello.
Hello.
Yo, what's your name?
Hey, my name is Rocco. What's up, Ronbo?
Wait, you said Rockbo?
Rocco.
Oh, Rocco. Hey, Rocco. Hey, what's going on, man? I just sit back here trying to...
I hear all this... Yeah, I hear all this mess about the Rams over here, man. It's Ram Nation for life, baby.
You're going to hear a lot more noise, too. That was a pretty bad game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding, Rob. It's Jersey Joe, dude. I ain't no Rams fan. I couldn't hold out.
To another level because he's getting ready to give me the business as a Rams fan.
I was going to try it, but now I couldn't even hold out,
man. Because, when you think about the Rams, it's all about the Rams Nation. It is comedy. Because the Rams Nation just got shamed so bad. I mean, 3 points. Come on now. Oh, that's pretty bad.
I'm still on that obnoxious train from yesterday, so I'm still clowning all these Rams fans.
Yeah, you got to do it. Everybody's got to do it. They got it coming. They really do. Because they got there, okay, you got help to get in there and do something with it, and they couldn't do nothing with it, And there wasn't no cheating involved. The Rams didn't get cheated. They just couldn't do any better. So,
That's another thing I wanted to point out yesterday. Yesterday was an actually fair call game.
That's right.
I really want to come out. I wanted to put a little shout out to the Big Show. I really like when he calls in. It's really entertaining when you guys go at it. But Show, seriously, man, look at what happened yesterday, dude. It's been the same from the beginning, and it'll continue. Defense wins games, bro. That's just how it is. You can have Belichick with Shanahan being the OC, with Montana in his prime, with Jerry Rice, with John Taylor. But if you got somebody to stop them, they're not going to score, bro.
Mm-hmm. And Belichick is waiting every year. Tom is down to his last feeble time. I mean, Tom's going to look worse next year. You figure he's going to regress some more next year. I don't care what he says about TB12 systems. He is going to look worse next year. Next year, though, Belichick will shut down any offense that comes in there anyway. So, Tom ain't got to score number 12 points. So that's what's scary about the Patriots, if they make it again next year. And chances are, they will. Scary team. Scary.
Well, I don't know. Yesterday, I don't know what that was yesterday. That's one thing I do give Show is that I'm an offensive dude. I love offense more than defense. Dude. Yesterday it was just boring.
I know. No. That's the bad thing about too much defense.
We need that defense.
I know. And we got to get it, too. This is why I ask you, what are we going to do for free agency? You know what? I don't think the guys out of Texas are coming. They're the best 2 guys in there. You can bring Bosa in. You can bring Allen in. We don't know what they're going to do. This is what worries me the most, Jersey. If these guys we drafted, we're all excited, we got them in camp and everything, and we hear about them getting smoked in camp, it's, oh, man. We depended on those guys.
I would go with a pretty good free agent. I mean, I like Demarcus Lawrence a lot. And Clowney, but those 2, like I said, it's a rarity that we might even get them. But even if we got one of them, I'd still go for an edge rush in the draft. Still,
Yeah.
You got to.
Actually, yeah.
If you got to look, you look at it by week 10, we were ranked, I think, 18th in scoring with the off the street backup quarterback, a freaking undrafted running back. We have no problem scoring with Shanahan.
Oh, yeah. That's what he does. He's just like Belichick, the opposite side of Belichick. Belichick's going to stop you from scoring, and Shanahan's going to use guys off the street. He's still going to score. But, in the red zone was a situation, but he's still going to put points up somehow.
Yeah. Well, I think we ended with 22nd in scoring. But, again, our third-string quarterback, we had Kittle's a fifth-rounder.
I'm
like, man.
And we didn't have any receivers either. We had all second string and below. All right. This is it's an amazing thing that we even came in 22nd. We should have been last in scoring in the league. But that just goes to show you, like you're saying, that's what Shanahan does. You give him weapons, and he's devastating. Belichick felt his pain.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would love to have AB. I think it would be awesome. It'd be dynamic. But again, look at all the games that we've lost by. We were ahead on a lot of them, and the defense is what lost the game for us.
Yep.
Well, you look at Maven, that one right there against the Packers. I never expected us to get close to that one.
Damn.
Defense lost us that game. Look at the Chargers. We lost in that one.
Yeah.
Defense is what gave it up.
Yeah. It's always been the case, and it will continue to be the case. That's why we got to have an edge rush, pouring pressure. You see what happened to Golf when the pressure was on? He's out. He's done. Finished. Is he a franchise quarterback? We got to.
Well, you know what? You got to give it. He was overall. First overall. That has to stand for something. I think eventually something good will come from that. You look at Wentz. He was the first. I'm saying
these guys need time to mature. And in this day and age, we got to go, though, Jersey. In this day and age, they put quarterbacks out there way too soon. They need a year of seasoning, but everybody goes out there right away and gets killed for the most part. Some survive, but most of them get killed. But anyway. All right, Jersey. I'll tell you what, fam. We'll see you. Hey, you know what? We're going to be back Wednesday. Yeah, it's off season. I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
Cool, man. Ram Nation. No, I'm just kidding. 9 a.m. 5, 9 for life, baby.
All right, fam.
That is all right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too, JJ. Oh, man. He came in with a different name and everything. We couldn't do it. Albert Carrasco says, what's up? Or what's good? Travis Wilson, sub Niners. Debbie Ryan says, happy Monday, y'all. Throwing you blessings for a good week. Everybody stay strong, stay dangerous, and be fearless. Rodney Cards, what's up? Hey, it's Rodney from Memphis. What's up, Rodney? And I said, I am high. Is there an extra L in there? What's up, fam? Civic Sport Injection FB6 and Niner Empire is blessed. Oh, thanks, fam. Niner Faithful 808. Let's go and bleep the Rams. J. Rod, what's up? And they said, that's not Jorgito. Is it Jorgito? Jorgito? And what's up, fam? Niners! You did it right. When they write it out, I got to do that. Ari Mohammed says, Niners! How many times are going to do that, right? Jake Spencer, what's up? James Hall, Joseph Wells, local 49ers fan. What's up, dude? Joseph Wells. Yesterday was great. It was, but it was boring. Alonzo Soto Valencia says, hey, how you feel about Devin White? Is he worth it? I say we trade down. The Raiders get 3rd or 4th round pick and their first rounder and get Devin. I don't know if Devin is priority 1. I think the 49ers, if they're going to get a linebacker, it'll probably be in round 2, or they're going to go after Mosley or Barr or somebody. But I don't know if the 49ers really want to spend a draft pick on a linebacker right now, because you don't want to put 2 almost rookies together, right? So I figure the 49ers are going to want to go hard after a linebacker in the free agency, actually. because you've already got Fred Warner back there as a rookie. You put another rookie next to him. Although Fred's so far ahead as far as rookies go, maybe it's okay. Devin White's awfully good. Audio V, yeah. Line up. I gotta get some moisture, you know. Too much hollering yesterday is what it was. Not in faithful 808. They should let the Raiders just play in the parking lot. Somebody else suggested that already. And not the Levi Stadium parking lot, but the parking lot that's still left over from Candlestick. Raider fans already talking shit. Other Raider fan says, yeah, man, we're more San Francisco than you guys are, you Santa Clara 49ers. See, people ask me why I don't like the Raiders. See, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Will!
What's up, man?
Hey, Will. The day aftermath.
The Rams lost and they broke.
I know it's Will's favorite. Look, he's already been listed as one of the most available interior, one of the most high quality interior linemen available next year. I read that, I couldn't stop laughing.
And the Raiders are homeless.
Oh, you know, Jed York's gonna let him play. He's gonna let him play over there with the Giants. I don't understand why they don't ask the Giants I guess the Giants must have okayed it in the first place. It's up to the 49ers to say yay or nay on it because it's it's a territorial thing and San Francisco's our territory. If we don't want the Raiders over there, which I really think it shouldn't be, because what if people start liking the Raiders over in San Francisco? I don't really like this, you know?
What I would do is if they call me, if I was JU and they call me and they ask who play over there in San Francisco, I'd be like, where's Khalil Mack? They'd be like, he's in Chicago. Okay, where's Amari Cooper? He's in Dallas. And I'd be like, okay. They not over here in Santa Clara, are they? Mm-hmm. No. All right, bye-bye. And hang up.
Yeah, you know. Because I think the 49ers, when I didn't even know the 49ers went after Amari. I knew they went after Khalil, but I found out recently did go after Amari, and the 49ers did, and the Raiders did the Raiders on us. No, man.
Yeah.
Y'all keep calling there. Okay. So this time you guys need a place to work? You guys need a place to hang your clothes? It won't be anywhere near San Francisco. Bitches. God, I wish
no, man. They ought to say hell no. So, but yeah, but on to the off season. Now it's the off season, man. So, you know, the whole AB situation, man. I'm kind of like just going. I'm just gonna let it sit right there, and just let it sit right there because I ain't gonna say that he might not come, and I ain't gonna say that he may come. I mean, we don't know. Like, to be honest, it's up in the air. So what we got to do is just, you know, play the waiting game. But when it comes to down to free agency, man, I mean, I kind of made up my mind now. I mean, I don't know if Kyle or John is gonna do it, but I just made up. You know, I made up my mind. What I'll do, I'll just go ahead, man, and just get 2 veteran edge rushers. You know, I'll just get 2, one for the right side, one for the left side. Pay them their money, and then just get Quentin Williams, man, the lineup with Defoe. That's what I'll do, man.
That's a formula,
That's what I'll do.
And we got rotation because we got a couple of guys in camp already. We don't know what Kentavious Street is capable of. You got DJ Jones. We know what he's capable of. You got Sheldon Day. That rotation would be smoking hot, you know?
Yeah,
even if Quentin came through
and then, right, man. That's what I'll do. I'll get 2 veteran edge rushers, then get Quentin Williams. Once I get that established, then I will get a corner out the draft, like Greedy, get Greedy.
Ooh.
And then I'll add some receivers to the offense, like Metcalf.
Yeah, man. Get DK. That's my dude.
Yeah,
boy.
DK. Or look, the other guy from Ole Miss, AJ Brown.
Yeah,
him too.
AJ's number 1. So I figure that could be the Cardinals' pick. Everybody's talking about Cardinals go get Bosa, man. Y'all get over it. No, they need receivers badly in Arizona. They could do that.
Yeah, they do. They do, man. That would be perfect. If John and Cal do that, man, I'd be so excited for the 2019 season, man. Just get those edge rushers out of free agency, man, and get Quentin. If you go on that line and get you Metcalf, Debo Samuel, AJ Brown, either one of them. Debo too. I'm telling you, man. I mean, that'll be perfect. That'll be the perfect scenario, and I guarantee you, we'll be going to the playoffs. And probably and most likely to the Super Bowl. Because everybody right now talking
what's
about
that 6'6" dude though?
From where?
Oh man! Oh God, his name slips right now. Oh, he's said to be a 6th round pick or undrafted free agent. That freaks me out when they say that. What is his name? We were talking about him the other day. Anyway, I'll get it in a second. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that'll be perfect, man. If we can play that scenario out like that, man, we'll probably go deep into the playoffs. Because like right now, like on Twitter last night, everybody talking about when Jimmy G get back and the 49ers, all the players on the 49ers get back healthy, man. They said they really gonna be a threat to the league once the next season starts. They talking about people talking about Jimmy G might dethrone Brady. They said that the student might beat the master. So you never know, man.
That only makes sense too. That's why I thought they might arrange that anywhere. Because I'm saying, what they want now is to bring drama to the NFL, right? And that would do it. All right. Hey, Will, we're out of time. I'm going to tell you what, man. I'm going to see you, Akeem Butler. That's what I'm thinking about. Iowa State. All right. That dude, man. I've been watching him. Could be. Anyway, Will, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back Wednesday, man, because I can't get enough of this stuff, man. I'll see you Wednesday, all right?
All right, man. All right, now the Empire, man. Fuck around and fuck really. Kill yourself.
Night, Will.
All right, man.
God. Yeah, hey, Chris seen it. Keith Butler. I was talking about. All right. Rob Castro, sup? I'm gonna have to stop screaming, y'all, because I'm still torn up from yesterday. Ron Avalos, lambs, come out to play. They ain't gonna talk to us now. I love it, man. I don't want them talking to me. They got tired of talking to me in old 2018. If I don't hear from a Ram or a Raider for the rest of my natural life, I'll be fine. Ronald Richardson Jr. says we need one edge rusher in free agency. Yeah, I know, man. Who's it going to be? Armando Lopez says the 49ers should go get Ronald Darby. Wow. Corner. Bryce Callahan to solidify the cornerback core, then go after Grady Jarrett. Damn. Wow. Grady Jarrett plays the interior, though. We got plenty of interior, guys. I wonder if Grady knows the system, though, because he's playing over with the Falcons, right? 49ers Rocket Rider says, Niner Empire, what's happening? Sup, my guy? Can I pass Ronald Richardson? Says, I agree 100%. And Will Rodriguez, sup? You the man? Thanks, Will. You the man, Will. Jake Spencer, sup? Barry Howard, I can't wait till the draft gets here. I know, man. It's gonna be a couple weeks before we're gonna be like, ain't even drunk no coffee. Who you gonna get, Kyle, man? Don't mess with my emotions. And big homie in them. Don't say that about AB. It's gonna work for us. Have faith. I know, man. But it's one of them things. It's like man. Wow, that's a serious. Do you realize if they get AB, what that would do to the offense? Good God. Hey, James, come on in here.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Speculation, man. Off-season time is the season's. It's official now, man. We moving on. What's next?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, new day after the can of spams. All standing there looking like a deer in headlights. Don't know which way to go. Just water running out the side of their eye.
Coach running around talking, it's my fault. I got out coached. Yeah, you did, Coach.
Yeah, he did. He admitted it. He got out coached. But few things I'd like to touch on, and one of them is I would like for the Niner Empire, the family, all that bleed red and gold. Last night, when the Patriots were playing the Kansas Spams, do you remember what Dante Hightower was able to do to Jared Goofy? 54, the Patriots.
Yeah.
He was killing him. He was killing him on them stunts and them twists. And the recipe to beat him, most of their plays, the offensive line will shift to the left or the right. Don't take the bait. Just go straight vertical at them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you kill them. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
kill the play.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, in the draft, if we had a choice between Bosa or Allen, I'm going to still stick with Allen because last night, Dante Hightower showed what a big Sam linebacker is supposed to do in football.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because he wrecked total havoc. Now, I'm going to say this much. I'm believing in Allen, and I hope we draft him. In free agency, I hope we go after C.J. Mosley. I would love for them to either get D Ford or, I don't know, maybe even Grady Jarrett. But at the end of the day, I think on the back end, I still would prefer Matt Al instead of Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is a well-seasoned veteran. But I'm realizing to break the same leg, and it's hindered you the last 3 seasons of playing football. Twice broke that leg. So if you ask me, it's a slippery slope to know you got a player that might give you, just say 13 good games. And now here we are with them other 3 games. You don't have him. We happen to wind up being in the playoffs, hopefully. And that could come back to haunt us. It may not. But I'm going to say this much also on the AB situation. A lot of people said last season, yeah, they're going to have to trade Lev Bell. Lev Bell was still under contract. Now, AB is still under contract. So if he wants to sit back and say, man, I don't want that 14 million, 13 million a year that they're giving me, the Steelers ain't got to budge because he's still under contract.
Mm.
He can either try to make happy face with them and say, listen, let's work together to win and meet their demands, or they could sit there as long as he's under contract. And if you don't play, you won't get nothing but the bare minimum. Okay,
But
because
James,
you're holding out or whatever.
but
Even if
but
he gets that, I'm not
but
sure.
James, I just want to say on that though, do you want a
Mhm.
player that's got you in the media each and every? I really think
I've
that Le'Veon
I've already
destroyed
said it.
the Steelers last year with that. And between
He
Le'Veon
did.
doing what he did, and then you got Antonio cutting off on the sidelines, the Steelers were
If
dead
you,
meat midway through the season because of that. So the both of those
I think
dudes.
I think what our team, our empire needs to realize, these this season was another train wreck with Garoppolo getting hurt. But the last 5 games of last season, Jimmy G took players he didn't even really know. He didn't even really know the playbook. And he had them on Sports Center. He had them looking like real receivers. And if you ask me personally, I believe with him coming back with a chip on his shoulder, because I think right now it's hard for him to sleep knowing, okay, Patriots drafted me. You shipped me off for this 41, almost 81-year-old bum that won his sixth ring.
And
There's
then he
nothing
didn't.
that Garoppolo
Belichick.
there's nothing that Garoppolo wants more than to meet Brady in 2020 in the Super Bowl.
Oh, he'd
I'm
be
telling
so inspired.
you. Okay?
Woo!
And if you ask me, I believe every receiver we got are gonna put up big numbers because of Garoppolo. They say we need a number one. We had quarterbacks like CJ Beathard, another one that sees a deer in headlights all day long. And then we had Nick Mullins, okay, which they are both young quarterbacks that are learning the system. We didn't get much out. We got some good play out of Nick Mullins, I'll say that much. But at the end of the day, Garoppolo coming back healthy with Jarrett McKinnon, Matt Breida. If you ask me, some people want to see Mostert come back. I kind of believe Bobby Turner is one of those coaches that if he sees you and somebody he can develop, he will move on from a player in a minute. And we may say that Mostert was a great special teams player, which he is,
He's a
but
good running back too,
they
James.
didn't.
I mean, a
They
damn good running back that we didn't even know about.
Yeah,
But
we
listen,
sure
James,
didn't. But
hold
it's a
that
thing
thought there.
called fumbleitis. It's
No,
a
he
it's it's a
James,
it's a level
James,
of
he didn't
okay,
fumble. He
okay.
didn't fumble the last two games. That 70-yard run against the Raiders was special. See, that's why I'm saying you can't hold them fumbles against him anymore because he made up for them big time. Uh,
Well, I'm just to me, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I kind of I believe kind of in a way how Bobby Turner starts to roll with running backs because he took running backs that were 6th and 7th round picks and he turned them out to be some pretty darn good running backs.
True.
And I
But but
believe
but, but
between
James,
Wilson,
the thing is, why would you move away? You've already got a year in with him. Why invest more time in a new running back when you got one that already showed you enough? But James,
do
hold that
you?
thought. Let's get
Yeah,
back on
man,
that Wednesday, because I'm gonna go
not a
ahead and come
problem,
back Wednesday,
Ronbo.
and we'll continue.
Thank you for what you do. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thanks for everything, bro.
Thanks, fam. All right,
Have
see
a
you
good
Wednesday.
evening. Thank you. All right.
Oh, yeah. George Kittle George Kittle said, he says, yo, man, you guys should see some of the things Jimmy does in practice. See, that's why I was trying to tell people kind of, Jimmy G's regressed already. Come on, man. You can't see that he's trying to learn a new playbook. That tells me that Jimmy's a very disciplined individual that's going to stick to the blueprint until he learns it, and then he'll get back to being Jimmy G and adding his touch to the system. You know what I mean? You see, like Jimmy G said, okay, fine, coach. I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to learn your book. I know Matty Ice gave you a lot of shit about this. I'm going to learn it, and then I'm going to put your plan and put my signature on it. That is going to be phenomenal. Ooh. Hey, Larry Faithlito says, last night couldn't go better. The article I seen was on the cams, slams, trust goof. You can trust golf, but McVay's got to be in his helmet. I think they cut the speakers off in Jared's helmet. Jason Johns, the free agents we do get need to have their contracts front loaded. And I think that's what Parag always does. Utilize the cap space we have and plan for future seasons. And it depends on how old they are. If you got guys coming out that are 26 years old and after their first contract they look like they're special, you go ahead and you pay them, though. Deandra, she says, I need a vacation myself. A vacay myself. Pedro Flores says, what up? Nick Bosa, question. How's Josh Allen's run-stop defense? See, I wasn't going to say nothing about that. I heard he was pretty good. This raging debate between the two is going to go on all the way till draft night, isn't it? That's all I'm going to say. Talking Man 78, what's up? Go Niners, Niners Empire, Niner Faithful. Ernest Vasquez, he says, ready for next season, 49ers versus Pats Super Bowl, and Jimmy G takes the torch. I can see it now, man. Salvador.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Salvador, man. I was sitting here thinking, man, it's like Will said a minute ago, I ain't gonna say that AB's coming, and I ain't gonna say he ain't coming. I'm trying to remain. See, everybody's trying to remain unemotional about this. Don't get your feelings too caught up in AB, right? In fact, when I think about it, we probably shouldn't get our feelings too caught up in the first pick of the draft either. But it's hard not to do that. Because when you love the 49ers like we do, that's all you think about. Dang.
Yep. 49ers, hey, born and bred, Ronbo. But here,
Damn,
hey, we're going to touch all those topics, Ronbo. But first things first, Ronbo.
yeah.
I know you enjoyed that game yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Because I sure did in a quiet-ass house. And everybody rooting for the Rams. Everybody hating on Mr. Thomas Brady. I'm not going to say I enjoyed him winning his 6 because, it stings me that he has more rings than my franchise, but, he did, to know that his last 2 rings came against our NFC West rivals.
Yep.
Damn, it makes it a little bit sweeter, Rombo.
It does, man. We have to appreciate him.
It makes it sweeter. I appreciate it, Rombo. I appreciate the Patriots. Not the Patriots. I appreciate Coach Belichick.
Right.
For
that's what I was going to say. Underline his
our
name
quarterback.
too, Salvador. Underline and put
Ever
exclamation
since he did
point.
that.
Yep.
Man, Rombo, it was a great game. It was a great ass whooping. Same old sorry ass Rams. 33-year-old coach only putting up 3 points in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo?
But Sal, I just hope that Kyle and Bobby, I call him Bobby now because I'm the only friend he has. I hope Bobby Sala took some notes. Belichick's defensive scheme was just evil. Evil.
It was good.
Ooh,
it is a good defensive scheme because they disguise their coverages, and he said it himself. He trusted his number 1 corner, Stephon Gilmore, with Brandon Cooks, and they double teamed the other guy, Robert Woods. He said it in the postgame conference. He said that they picked up some notes in the Detroit game. Who's the coach in Detroit? Matt Patricia. They already know how to beat the Rams. So I really hope Kyle Shanahan does pick up, some of these free agents that they have coming up. I hope. I saw this one player that really surprised me yesterday was Kyle Van Noy, the linebacker.
I know, right? Wasn't he awesome?
Oh my God, he's fast, Ronbo. He's a BYU linebacker, just like Fred Warner, and they know they recruit some talent in Cougar country out there. So he laid out Goff. He was dropping back. He was responsible and dropping back in his zone, and then once it just clicked. In 1 second, he's going at Goff, and then bam, hits that fucker right in his face. It was so amazing.
And you see him read that play and react like he did? That dude moves his ass. He came in and made initial and then come Trey Flowers to clean it up. Oh, I said, oh, man, look at that. Oh, that's insane.
Yeah. Trey Flowers did impress me yesterday, so I really hope, they do target him. Someone pointed out, though, in the chat that Detroit might go after him, which I really do think that's a possibility as well.
Yeah,
just because of the connection right there.
Right.
But man, that was a great Super Bowl, Ronbo. Even though it was a sucky Super Bowl, but it was a great Super Bowl.
For the football purists, though, we can appreciate the defense because when you watch Belichick,
yes, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I was, I was studying. I'm not all about the high scoring game, even though you do enjoy those, during the season, but in the Super Bowl, it came down to defensive. And, the Rams were doing good stuff, too. Don't get me wrong,
Yes,
Donald and they started penetrating early in the game, but then, they got shut down, as the game went on. But, the Patriots, man, they a masterpiece. 3 points in the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
So let me ask you a question, though. That strategy to run straight at Aaron Donald, would you deploy that next year? Because, see, I think running lateral against that team is better because their edge and linebackers, they don't react that quick. But if you run laterally,
it's easier when you have two linebackers because I think they run a 3-4. I'm not too sure about that, but I think they have 2 middle linebackers, so they could shoot the gaps, which is, everybody's saying that is correct, and that is kind of how you kind of they have to contain the outside, which one I think the defensive end, the other linebacker does, and you shoot the gaps with your middle linebackers and your other players. So yeah.
And that's just
that is how you stop the Rams. But hopefully we could. That's why we got to bring a strong safety down so he could hold the box and our linebackers can shoot the gaps. So in our scheme, since we have 4 down linemen, we got to bring a safety down on the other side, and so that's how we got to do something and use that film because that
the Rams, they're fucked. They have no free agents available to come over, and then they're gonna lose all the players, and then their film is is everywhere. Their film's on tape.
And so it's in the cloud.
So
everybody can download it. You know what's so funny? Because you're right. Every GM every DC in the league is watching that clip. The Rams will get their ass kicked on a regular basis next year. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. But getting to us for a little bit, Ronbo.
So you know what? We got to hold it. I'm going to come back Wednesday though, and
okay,
hold that thought.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
all right, you going Wednesday?
Yeah, we're coming back Wednesday. We ain't waiting. We'll come back Wednesday and Friday. All right, fam.
All right, there, Ronbo. All right, see you later. Good night.
Oh, man, I tell you, I can't wait to see. Because like I say, boy, would you remember Goff dropped to his knees? We standing back there, and when they got him, he looked at that coverage. He just fell back. Boom! He was still looking as he was going down. Jared says, yeah, well, they kept us guessing all night. Yeah, and that's what they do. Jared, you look so confused out there, man. It was hilarious to watch you, man. I mean, I'm talking somebody had the high beams on that deer, man. All right. And Joe Griffin says, what's up? Just waking up, still hungover after that amazing loss. Damn bums. He says, I was watching all of the other pass rushers in this year's draft, and Bosa isn't the most aggressive one. There's some truth to that, and I've done the same thing. If you look at Montez Sweat is actually seemingly one of the most aggressive ones. His technique is a little questionable, but he does get there. Bosa, technique-wise and bend-wise. Bosa can take a man. The dude is like on Bosa all the way around. Bosa's taking the dude, and he's still reaching around. And it's like Bosa just, I don't know, he's got that technique down. It's hard to keep him off. It just runs in the Bosa family, man. So technique-wise, Joey too, both of them, they're still phenomenal getting around that guard and getting in the face. I don't know why the quarterback doesn't move when you see him coming. So they must be moving at 100 miles an hour. Snuzzle, Shabizzle says Raiders playing at San Francisco Giants Oracle Park. Any truth in that? I wish I could tell you it ain't so. It's not been confirmed yet, though, and it could get reneged on, The 49ers have last say in it, from what I understand. We'll see what they say. Night, what's up? And there he is. I be listening, bro. It's Sean. And Jeff Tan says Rudy's trying to set up an NFC Championship parade down West Hollywood with his male cheerleader friends. I don't laugh, Ronbo. That's somebody. You guys don't mess with that. All right. Anyway, just have Rudy walking down Hollywood Boulevard, maybe with a pair of blue and gold panties on, and that's okay. But but it has nothing to do with gender preference. You know what I'm saying? We try to keep it clean here. Alonzo Westbrook says, what's up? Niners Empire for life. Let's go. I'm ready for the free agents and the draft to come to an theater near you. An era near you. I like that even better, actually. Money Sacktown. Can I get a shout out? MC Niner. MC, boy, MC. You guys really, this is MC's offseason, man. Dude, I think he's going down toward Florida, and I think he might be looking for Yamin again this year. He missed him last year. Slacks says, it says, some idiot said trade Kittle to Arizona for that first pick. Boy, that's right. You described him right. Kittle is not about to be traded. Trade Kittle for the first pick and take Nick Bosa and Quentin Williams. SMFH is right. That is not even, that's the science fiction that'll never be written. Let me get him in here. I know! Let's bring in the Rod. Rod, would you come on in here, man?
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, Rod, just sit up here trying to digest and get over the Super Bowl and thinking about that defense and how everybody in the league is thinking about that defense. Rams will come in marked men next year. Now McVay is going to be tested out because everybody was saying, every team in the league wants him a McVay. Okay, every team wants a McVay. Watch McVay. If he don't come up with some new shit next year, everybody in the leagues will know how to defend the Rams.
Yeah, man. That shit was fluke. It was fluke from the beginning.
Man, that was some
I knew
pretty
it was fluke.
defense, though. Damn.
I love it that they made it all the way to the Super Bowl just to lose. It was beautiful. It was totally beautiful. Epic.
Oh God.
Ronbo.
Yo.
Man, look here. My number one concern right now is flawless victory for John Lynch this offseason. We got to go for the kill, dog. We got to go for the kill. Can't have no mistakes. Every pick must be perfect. I don't want no more players that we want to develop. Let's get some players that we can get on the field now.
Plug and play.
You feel me?
Yeah. Greedy
Let's
Williams, Devin White, Quentin Williams, DK. DK. What was that? Metcalf. Boy, his name is historic.
Yeah.
Metcalf. Boy.
Even Debo. What his name?
Debo Samuel. Man.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's another one. You're right. Get these guys to come on in and contribute right now. I agree. I think it'll be hard to get, though, because everybody wants them.
Tell you what. Boy's been doing a good job of frivolously getting rid of players that we don't need. Like, let's go back to year one. We got rid of Navarro Bowman. That was a shock to us all.
I know.
But,
nobody picked him up either. Poor Bo. Nobody picked up Bo last season. But you know what, Rod? You mentioned him. He is being phased out due to the offensive systems that are coming now. You got to have some coverage skills. Man, I feel bad for Bo.
And what's awful about that is before the injury at the Seahawks.
He had coverage
He
skills.
had coverage skills.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Probably was a better cover than Pat Willis.
At least equal
if you
to.
can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we got to go. I mean, man, this offseason got to be right, man. I mean, I think it's a big deal for the future of at least John Lynch. So hopefully we'll hit the home run in the free agency first, followed by being able to make that trade we want. I mean, I honestly do believe we're gonna get Antonio Brown. I think it's going down.
Could be.
I mean,
I don't know what the 49ers are going to give up to get him, but yeah, because they're definitely going to be talking. I mean, as soon as it's legal to do so.
Historically speaking, has this ever even been done before?
With the first,
have you ever
31.
heard?
I guess that might, because 5 years ago we couldn't touch Antonio Brown, but right now that he's 31 and causing a lot of problems in Pittsburgh, yeah, he's available. And Le'Veon might be available too. Steelers want a clean house so they can get back to football instead of politics and the media. Le'Veon, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
I ain't coming in. Le'Veon Bell's expected to return to camp in week 8. No, I ain't. And then in the meantime, you got Antonio Brown on the sideline throwing the ball, trying to hit his quarterback side of the head. They got problems in Pittsburgh, Rod.
Hey, I tell you what, man, they better get it straight because the Rooney's as patient as they have been with Mike Tomlin. I think he's the one's going to be on. He's going to be on the hot seat this year. He's got to be.
Mm-hmm. You know how they are. They don't like to,
but I think
they don't like to fire people, though, managers.
You're right, but I just think he done lost control of his locker room, and he's lost the ability to dominate teams with his defenses like he had in the past.
Yeah. Fan bases going to turn on him soon, too. You're right. The writing is on the wall. People are already talking about him now.
Yeah, it is. And I like him as a coach. Don't get me wrong. I like him as a coach very much. But, I mean, like I know this is what have you done for me lately, league. So,
Dang it. Yeah.
So it really is. But I know I got to hurry up and get off this line because you got other people coming in. Let me ask you a question before I go.
Okay.
who do you think would be the best toy to bring for Jimmy Garoppolo next year? I mean, we already got George Kittle, got Marquise Goodwin, we even got Dante Pettis.
Mm.
But what one more toy do you think will complete the 49ers?
Okay, now I already told you about Hakeem Butler out of Iowa State. I'm looking at N'Keal Harry out of Arizona, Keelan Doss out of Davis. You know, I got a feeling one of these dudes, Debo, these dudes, they already got it, that mentality, you know? But I like Metcalf because Metcalf's legs and arms about the same length. Man, I'm going to see somebody try to defend Metcalf. That is going to be a joke. And as I say, he's got some dog in him. I seen him, man. I said, you know what? That dude belongs in the NFL.
He isn't by chance Eric Metcalf's son, is he?
I don't know. All I know, man, is him and Hopkins remind me of each other with a little Alshon Jeffrey mixed in. You know, they insist. Get out the way, child. Get out the way. You know?
Yeah.
I do like him.
I even like the guy that you had on the article too, the wide receiver that's 6'6".
That's Akeem. That's Akeem Butler. It's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's another one that takes he's got no respect for defensive backs. That's what I want to see. You know?
Yeah.
Man.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a good one, Ronbo.
All right, fam. I'll see you Wednesday.
Empire forever, baby.
Yeah.
And by the way, Rudy.
It's an APB. We can't find him. Somebody said he was in here a minute ago. I don't know what happened.
Hey, give me a fuck you, Rudy. Salute out the door, Ronbo.
Yeah. Niners! The end of the Ram dynasty has begun.
Hold it down, Ronbo.
All right, Ron. I'll see you Wednesday. Rams had a 2-year dynasty. So did in NFC West. 4 Rams. They won it. Michael Chavaria. He says Josh Allen is the next Khalil Mack. Yeah, they could be, too. You know? How tall is Khalil Mack? Boy. Mack is just a specimen. Right? Khalil Mack. I mean, I loved hearing, like, what George Kittle said about Khalil Mack. He says, Khalil Mack is a very strong man. He said there was the Eagles guy, but Brandon Hicks is a large human being. Because, George likes to take these guys on. I think one of them knocked the wind out of George. He said he got up. Good luck, Nick, as he's going down. George Kittle is hilarious. Can you see that? Reese Overstreet says, I hear Allen has off the field and mental issues. I don't want another Alden or Foster. Really? Reese, Reese, give me a link on that, man, on social media. What? Allen's got mental issues? Man, we can't have any more mental issues, man. Ruben's a mental case. We already know Alden was a mental case. No more mental cases, please, Lord. Easy the Third said we should get Michael Jackson, the cornerback from Miami. You got me on that. I don't know the only Michael Jackson I know about. You fooled me with that one. Cornerback named Michael Jackson. Jerry White says, hey, Jerry, what's up, man? And Chronicle says, what did you think of my comment on yesterday's stream? The to-do list. The 49ers to resign Robbie, of course, it's number 1. Sign Earl Thomas and Adrian Amos. Sign Anthony Barr D4. I did see this list. All right. Trade 2 second-rounders for AB. And first draft post, if he's not available, get Allen. 3rd-rounder tackle or safety. Yeah. It's a nice strategy. I respect that. That's really, that could work. Oh, there's Michael Jackson from he's from the U, too. How tall is he? 6'2". I already know Bobby Saleh's already foaming at the mouth. So if he's what you say he is, he's already on the list. If he lasts in round 2 or 3, no telling what happens. All right. Let's see what we got here. Gus V says we need both free agent studs and a first and third round draft on defense. Enough is enough. I'm going defense first. When Rod asked you about offensive toys, I do like DK, boy. Vader.
It's time! It's time!
Time.
What's up, Ronbo?
As Vader makes his way down from the tarmac. Vader, man. We ain't talked to you in a while. It's Monday.
How you doing today, man? Exciting. It's Monday. It's after Super Bowl, and I haven't heard from Rudy, man.
No, we're not here. Rudy's pretty much done until he thinks we've gotten over it. Right now, it's probably not a good time for him to be bothering us because we got him right where we want.
Well, we'll see.
We're putting barbecue sauce on him and laying him on the grill.
We'll see him back in 2021 when they have some money. Then he'll come back and he'll start running his mouth again, man.
Vader, he'll be back. Vader, he'll be right after the draft. Rudy will start because he will think because the Rams are liable to pull something. I don't know what, but they're going to do something. They got because that owner has bottomless pockets, so he'll try to come up with something, and then Rudy be talking. Boy,
wow! But what a Super Bowl, huh? Wow, lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. Jeez.
That was
wow. That was a little surprise. You know what? As far as Rams not scoring, I knew that wasn't going to be a surprise. We all knew Belichick was going to smack him upside the head, but we didn't think it was going to be that bad. But it was bad.
I know that bad, right? Not that bad. Belichick was going to hold him down, but not annihilation.
You should have heard these knuckleheads I was at a Super Bowl party with a bunch of Rams fans there. You should have heard these knuckleheads.
What was they saying?
Just stood back and all I had to tell them was one thing. I said, when my offensive coordinator played against the Patriots, I think they put up 38 points.
Yeah,
wasn't it 38 points? Something like that.
It was up there.
I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, well, it was up there, wasn't it? 3 points. Can't even find the end zone if they gave it to you. Unbelievable, man. But we all know they shouldn't have been there. They got there by luck. I think it would have been a better game if the Saints were there. But
it would have. That's what you know what, Vader? That'll teach the league. Stop manipulating games with the refs and let the team get there that's supposed to get there. The NFL deserves what they have. If the ratings went down, they deserve that shit. Stop messing with the refs.
Exactly. And you should have heard these knuckleheads say, put in Gurley. I go, there he is. Where? On the Pepsi commercials? Is that him? Yeah. Oh, no, it's Little Wayne. Sorry. I thought that was Todd Gurley. Excuse me. Apologies, fans. I was just screwing with them, man. They wanted to kick me out by halftime, man. Look, how about we do this? We come out with the coin flip. The Rams just say, hey, we're not coming out after half. This is getting ridiculous already. We just go home. I was giving them all kinds of shit.
Man, you should have been the one yelling.
Do you think they fired him? Do you think they fired McVay as soon as he got to the bus? Phony! We have a phony inside him. It was a phony. And then that knucklehead's going to be the Cincinnati coach. Man, how ridiculous is that?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's going to Cincinnati?
What was it? It was McVay's assistant coach. He's the new head coach for, I can't remember his name. He's the new head coach for the Bengals.
I heard some jokes somewhere. Was that on? Oh, it was on us. Florio was making jokes about that.
Right.
Yeah, damn, Florio. Yeah, Mike Florio was making jokes about that. What are you sitting with Cincinnati for? He just came from a team that absolutely had no offense. And what's he going to do with Cincinnati?
Exactly. That is my whole point right there. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty interesting. But anyways, going back to a real team, the Niner Empire.
That's right.
Again, with the AB, I think the AB thing is going to happen, so I'm not going to sweat it. I'm going to let things play out. I know Parag and the boys in the front office are not going to give up the house for him, so don't expect that. But he knows where he wants to go, and his agent's going to fight for him where he wants to go. But you know, I like that little Chad Johnson comment that Chad made when he told Stephen A. Smith, "Come on, man, when you have somebody like Garoppolo behind you, you know that's big right there."
See,
it looked like Belichick was ready to go with Garoppolo, man.
I tell you, man.
So that's why AB wants to go down to you know, be with us down there in the Empire, man. But it was exciting to be able to see, you know, hopefully all of our guys stay healthy on offense and we're able to put together. It's just the defense side of the ball, you know. I'm starting to bring this up, Ronbo. I know you don't like me to bring this up at all. I'm not too worried. I'm not worried about our offense. Our offense is going to be fine, Ronbo. We don't even need to go there. Maybe need one more wide receiver like you're stating. Maybe get AB and then get another one in the draft like you stated. Agree with you on that. But defense, Mr. Robert Side, he's got to show me something, Ronbo. He got to show me something, man. It's got to be on the preseason game. I want to see some shit on the preseason
Even
game.
in the preseason. You ain't going to see all vanilla. All vanilla. Hey, Vader, what you going to see?
Man,
all vanilla in the preseason.
We
ain't exposing nothing. What you will see, though, is a capability of who he has. Because, you know, what that shows you is...
But look what Belichick has. You know, you got these cats over here, you know, and you put them on other teams, and they're kind of horrible. They don't work in other people's systems except for Belichick.
Wait. Who left Belichick's system to look horrible?
My God, we go down the list.
You got to think about that a long time. People graduate Belichick. Belichick doesn't pick up garbage to begin with. Yeah, Belichick never picks up garbage. Everybody he has on defense.
But then he puts them in positions to win, and that's my biggest beef right now.
Yeah, but the guys we have in position to win. You know what? The guys we have in position to win are who? The ones that we have that have that ability.
We got big Fred Warner, man.
He wins. Fred was one of the leading tacklers in the league. But look at Buckner wins. You know,
Buckner, right? We're stacked, man. It's just the thing is we got to be in position to win. You know, we both know we need an edge rusher. We do need an edge rusher. You know what I mean?
We got to get more talent. I just hope they address that and get serious about it. But hey, maybe let's talk about more Wednesday.
But
it's one at a time.
But I'm gonna cut it short because we will be on again on Wednesday. But anyways, man. You know, sorry for the Rams. They thought they were going to get their dynasty. They didn't get shit. And Raiders, stay the hell out of my Giants territory, man. You're fucking up the city as it is, man. Why don't you go play in Vegas? Why don't they go play over there in the Las Vegas? What was it called? UNLV Stadium, man.
Yeah,
get the hell out of here, man. Beat it. But I want to shout out to Trey, my brother from another mother, Trey, from Niner Empire. Everybody out there, have yourselves a good night. Let it go! Radio Ronbo Sports. And hey, Cass, you better hit that like, baby. You got to hit that like.
Thanks, Vader.
You have a good one, Ronbo.
All right, fam. See you Wednesday. Oh, man. And hey, there's Taryn Lewis. Hey, Taryn. It says sign Anthony Barr, Frank Clark, trade number 2 overall, and Solomon Thomas for number 6, and Odell Beckham. Then draft linebacker Devin White. Ooh. Front 7, Blair, Buckner, Jones, Clark, Barr, Warner, and White. Let me read it again. Blair, Buckner, Jones, Clark, Barr, Warner, and that's a dream team, ain't it? God, there's no weaknesses there. And Ronnie Blair, he looked like straight money this year. I think he's getting better, too. Every year he seems to move up an edge as he realizes the 49ers are not going to get. I think he was playing at a low confidence level last year, and he wasn't that bad. But this past season, Blair came to play. Lawrence Barker. 49ers will dethrone the Pats in the next year's Super Bowl. Because you know the Pats will be back in the mix, man. It's hard to keep. As long as you got Belichick running the defense, they're going to be hard to beat. That's all there is to it, no matter what Tom's doing. Taryn also says, would you trade number 2 and Solomon Thomas for number 6 and Odell Beckham Jr.? It'd be so fast, the molecular structure would change from my hand moving over the sign. You know, I mean, Beckham and Jimmy G. That's just unfair. Rams deflated Squidward. It says Rams were a fluke. Refs helped me to get to the Super Bowl against Nola. What's it? Oh, New Orleans Saints. Okay. And went up against sorry-ass Jason Garrett of the Cowboys. Agreed. If offseason goes right, Niners going for that NFC West. You know? Because our biggest adversary is health. Can we keep people on the field? That's the biggest enemy of the 49ers. Not the other teams. The 49ers' own health. Paul Salving says, sloppy game, no flow to it. Pats will take it, though. Rams will lose some guys, and I think we'll take them out. Yeah, anyway, we know how to play. Everybody knows how to play the Rams now. Rams got troubles coming up. Right. All right. Hey, it's Richie Rich.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Man, Richie, man, I'm telling you, man, it's. I wouldn't have anticipated that kind of an ass whooping. I actually thought that Super Bowl was going to be a little more better. A little better contested. But I'm delighted that it came out the way it did. And now we know who runs that team. It's not Tom. It's Belichick. And anything you else you want to touch on?
It's not a takeaway from Tom. I've been gave up that man too. Listen, he's number one. Joe being number two. Look, guys, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no man. This and that. Brady. He's number one right now. I mean, we can't doubt it. We can't keep denying it and doing stuff like that. Joe will always have a place in our heart because we're Niner fans, regardless of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But we got to give it up. We just got to give it up and say, you know what? The guy been doing this for so long, 40 years old. Yeah, he didn't have the best game yesterday. I get it. But when it was time to get clutch, you already knew he was going to get it done because you knew Jared Goofy ass was going to get it done. You know what I mean? He's sitting up there. He looked like a deer in headlights. And then let me get to my man. All right, Rudy, if you're listening, and any of you Lamb fans listening, your man McVay, now listen, I respect the man, what he did for the Rams team. You know, he came there, gave him a little swag, gave him a little bit of offensive identity because Jeff Fisher was a bum on that in that area. It was a plus that he brought Wade Phillips with him. That was a major plus because Wade Phillips is one of the better defense coordinators. You know what I'm saying? We've been in the league for many decades. Yeah, exactly. And but let's stop with this calling this man a genius as far as calling plays or calling him an innovator. He's not an innovator. He's not a guru. All right. He learned under, I believe they was with John Gruden at one point. Then he learned under Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan. Let's not get it twisted. Kyle Shanahan is a master wizard. Bill Belichick would tell you, and even after that Super Bowl, when the Patriots came back against them in Atlanta, he respected the hell out of Kyle to the point was in that offseason, he said, this guy going to be something. I just know he's going to turn into something because of his father. His father always gave Bill Belichick fits because he could make adjustments to what Bill was doing. McVay didn't know what he was doing. Him and Jared, they looked lost out there yesterday, Ronbo.
They were. You could tell they wanted to go home in the third quarter.
Yeah, they took them to school. Bill Belichick and that defense they was spanking them like they was a little child and shit, like they was children. I was sitting up there laughing. I'm like, this dude, he ain't make no adjustments. You could tell he was looking lost on the sideline.
He did.
As a coach. I'm like, when you seen Kyle go up against Bill, exactly in Atlanta, besides the last few minutes, besides the fourth quarter, they just collapsed. But you can also blame that on Matt Ryan too, because Matt Ryan, if you're in the league, and Kyle is going to take some responsibility because he is the coordinator. But at the end of the day, if you're Matt Ryan and you've been in the league for so many years, and you can't even check out of a play or don't take a sack, don't do something foolish. You should know these things. So that's why I put some of the blame on him too in that Super Bowl. But if you look at the totality of the game, Kyle came up with a nice game against Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick knew that this is one of the guys that he's gonna be something. I'm telling you. But that's why I just want people to know. Let's get off of this McVay being this innovator, being this guru. He's not an offensive guru, man. Let's stop that.
He just had the right talent ready. Look at the weapon.
There you go, Ronbo. Ronbo, he went to a perfect team. Ronbo, they was already building when Jeff Fisher was there. He just couldn't take them to the top.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? All they had to do was add some pieces, which they did. And don't forget, the quarterback was already there, the young quarterback, and the running back was already there. And they had a defensive star, Ronbo.
Right.
When Kyle came to us, we had to build from the bottom, from top to the bottom, or bottom to the top, wherever we want to look at it.
Had to throw people out, yeah. So
it's a big difference. It's a big difference, exactly. But getting to this draft and stuff, I'm with my man Will, what he was saying earlier. And, bro, I've been saying that for a good while since I called you a few times before in the past month and a half. So I've been saying what he said. Get 2 edges in free agency, get some veterans, and get if you don't trade out of that second pick, because that might be a big possibility. The only reason why I say that could be a big possibility is because we only have 5 picks in this draft. 5.
Right.
That's the lowest we had in a long time.
We got 6. I think we got a compensatory pick. But you're right. Don't waste.
Oh yeah, you're right. So 6 basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think we do that. But if they don't get a trade partner, then you add that big fella if he's sitting there, if Arizona passes on him, Williams, and you make that defensive front so monstrous, Ronbo, that nobody want to play against you.
Because, Richie, here's the thing. The bottom line is this. Kyle Shanahan knows he can run his offense. He's got enough pieces as long as everybody stays healthy. But what Belichick has done, he's influenced what's going to happen to the 49ers in the draft and free agency, both of them. Because Kyle says, all I got to do is get some people to fill that void on defense, and they're not going to be able to stop me. I know that's the way he's thinking. He knows. He's fully aware of what he can do with an offense.
But my backline, and look, and it's not like everybody's opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. And like what Big Show was saying, we need that number 1. And what I would say is this, because I remember when Kyle first came here, there were people saying he don't because he spreaded the ball so much around in Atlanta. But if you technically look at his offenses, Ronbo, in Houston, in Washington, in Atlanta, he had number 1 receivers, Ronbo, Andre Johnson, Pierre Garçon. I don't know if Deshaun Jackson was there at that time. He might have been, but I could be wrong. And also Julio Jones. Those guys change the dynamics of what you do. If you add a guy like AB or any guy that can play that boundary thing, you know what I'm saying? He will change the dynamics of what the other guys can do. He will take the double teams, and the other guys can just go to work and eat all day. That's the problem. We don't have that. I know Marquise wanted to say that.
Richie, you do. He's just not – he doesn't go by the description of wide receiver. George Kittle, next year, every DC in the league is going to game plan around George Kittle. Now –
and that's what I'm saying. I know that. They're going to – I agree with you on it. I agree with you on it.
Yeah. So they could get whoever they want to get, DK Metcalf, please. But anyway, no matter what, they are going to destroy teams with Jimmy G and his ability to read quickly. You make a mistake, he's going to get that ball to right exactly where you're not. That's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, before I go, I'm just going to say, you told my Metcalf, I would definitely take him. I seen him play with Mississippi. He off the chain. And I also been with you, the guy you've been saying, the other young brother you've been saying, which I said a while ago too. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I seen him play. I seen a few of his games. Iowa State, 6'6". He can go up and get it. He got some tough hands, Ronbo. I love that young brother right there. I wouldn't mind any of those guys. Believe me, I wouldn't mind any of those guys.
Because when they jump, that's like 10 feet in the air. You put that ball up high, and now what DB got that kind of athleticism?
Exactly. You see the difference yesterday in the game with Cooks? Even though he's fast, he's too damn short. If he was taller, he probably could have caught that touchdown.
Well, hey.
That's the problem.
As a matter of fact, who is that? What's the twins? What's their names?
Oh, the McCourty brothers.
McCourty came. How much ground did he cover to get over there
but Ronbo,
and interrupt that?
That was on Jerry Goofy.
For taking too long to get rid of the ball.
He was so shook. Yeah, but he was so shook that he didn't look. He looked too late. That's why he was able to get over there and knock that ball away. That's what it was.
I was just so impressed with him getting his butt over there, though. Man.
Oh no, I agree with that. I love the hustle. But when you play for a Bill Belichick team, you got to. That's why you think Trent Brown is doing what he do, because he's playing for Bill Belichick.
And
he's going to hold you accountable.
And said, Bill, don't play that. You coming in to work or get the hell out. So Trent Brown,
he wasn't going to do that at San Francisco, because I hear guys keep talking about, why would you let Trent Brown go? Because he wasn't going to do that at San Francisco. He wasn't putting in the work, guys.
So,
yeah, that's all I got, Ronbo. I know you got people.
All right, Richie. Good stuff, fam.
All right,
I'll be back Wednesday, okay?
On Wednesday.
All right, fam.
All right,
have a good night.
Brother.
Yeah, it's always good to see Richie. Richie, we haven't talked to Richie in a while. But, man, that's so funny. I wonder, but, fam, I do wonder. The question in my mind is, Trent Brown, and you know how Belichick is, but he might keep Trent Brown. I'm not sure. But he needs a pay Trent. You know how he is about paying people. Will he let Trent get on the market? Can we get him back? Will he work for us? That's the only thing that scares me. Because I'd love to have him. Trent did a job. Woo! God! Deflated Squidward. Anyone knows the Rams' offense is at its best when golf isn't as involved? I know. But maybe Gurley should learn how to throw passes. And Coach says, see, now others are saying get 2 edge rushers, but you heard it here first. Clark Graham. I have detailed files on who will make us better. All right, Coach, we got to get together, Coach. Joseph Woodward says, I can't wait for next year. We will get Jimmy G and Jerick McKinnon. We'll get them back, and then we pick up Antonio Brown and Odell Beckham Jr. Joseph, I don't know if you're going to get both Beckham and Brown. Well, you know what, though? I'm not going to say what you can't or not going to do. The probability rate is probably pretty low. You get one or the other. Kodak Cybergang says, this is Ronbo Sports going vertical will stop the Rams' offense, not the defense. And I think you were mistaken. No, I was just talking about the running game. Belichick decided to run Sony Michel right at that defense, right up the middle. In my mind, you avoid Aaron Donald because he's not going to be as fast vertically as he is. You run up the middle, Aaron Donald's he's gonna brush aside any offensive lineman like he does. I mean, he sheds them quick. So no, I meant what I said. Rushing at the defense. Fox Gaming says Marquise Goodwin, who is a wide receiver in this coming draft, and also Antonio Brown's cousin. Wait a minute. Marquise Brown, who is a wide receiver in this coming class, and also Antonio Brown's cousins. Oh, yeah, I saw him. You know, between him and Ridley's, is that Ridley's cousin? Yeah, or brother. He's as fast and a good player for us. Marquise Brown is small. I just worry about these really small guys. How many hits can they take? Because Goodwin suffers every season. That helmet shot to his thigh last year took him out for weeks. Man, but I don't know. Speed is still something I really love, though. I agree. Yeah. Let's go to Tony. Tony.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Tony. Man, I was sitting there trying to figure out offense. I mean, as far as free agents go, but you're gonna outline that for us shortly anyway. But man, after watching Belichick hold a clinic on how you're supposed to run a defense, I think a lot of people are saying, screw the offense. Let's go Belichick on everybody from now on. That's just wow, man.
Honestly, I think the main thing we can take away from that is one. I don't think Brady's the GOAT because he played so bad. If it weren't for Michel and Burkhead, the Rams would have won that game because they're the reason why they put the game away. And secondly, even before team, if you don't have a good type of scheme to get through the games, to win the games, you just have the talent, you're not going to win. We saw that with the Rams. They have all the talent in the world on offense, but they didn't have a scheme that worked. And ultimately, they just went down. So I think it's important that yeah, exactly. The reason why Greg Roman didn't work is because he was too predictable. And I think the Rams kind of had that too.
Tony, you got something going on your phone. It sounds like you got R2-D2 next to you. What does that sound?
I have no clue.
Maybe it's just a strange connection. All right, because that's not notifications or anything. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's see if it goes away. Okay, go ahead, continue.
All right. So yeah, and then I have a list for you. I can kind of hear the R2-D2 thing before I say it.
Yeah, see what I mean? You don't know where that's coming from? Yeah, okay.
I have no clue, but let me give you a list, okay? And let me know if you can tell me who these are. So We have Philip Merling, Jarvis Jenkins, Andre Branch, Vic Beasley, Gaines Adams, Shaq Lawson, and Kevin Dodd.
Well, I tell you what, Vic Beasley and Shaq Lawson, everybody hates those two guys all of a sudden. I don't know what happened to Vic, and Shaq has fallen off as well. The rest of your candidates, they could be had, actually. Probably for prices that aren't going to be premium prices, too.
Ronbo. These were all Clemson pass rushers, edge rushers, I should say, drafted in the first and second round since 2007.
Yeah.
The only guy on that list who's done anything is Vic Beasley,
Yeah.
and that was for 1 year when Dwight
Right.
Freeney was helping him all the way through. Now, with that in mind, I'm kind of scared for Cleveland Farrell
Yeah.
because Clemson edge rushers don't work out in the NFL. Just based on this list, the last 12 years, we can see it doesn't work out. Now, it's kind of like the LSU argument with receivers. They don't bring out good receivers. DJ Chark, we don't know yet because we all know who his quarterback is. He's not really a quarterback. He's just a clown.
Wait, where's DJ Chark? I forgot all about him.
He's
Where?
Jacksonville. Yeah.
Poor
The
guy.
one exception to the LSU wide receiver thing is Odell Beckham, obviously. But besides that, they have no one in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I think making sure you know where your players are coming from is important because LSU defensive backs are almost always up there.
Yeah.
Alabama linebackers and receivers always up there.
Yeah.
So I think we need to kind of look at who we're drafting and where they're coming from.
Good point.
I don't think, and I changed my mind on this today, I don't think Farrell is the way to go.
Who?
He has Cleveland Farrell. I think he
Yeah.
has great attributes. His technique is okay. He's very athletic. He's 6'5". For me, I've been watching highlights. I think Ja'Kai Polite is the way we need to go because we can probably trade down to 15 if we need to. Washington needs a quarterback. We either go down there with one trade or two trades. We pick up Ja'Kai Polite and a couple of first-round picks for next year. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Okay. You know what, though? Is he from the same school as another player we had that we tried to reconvert? Ja'Kai is from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a 4-3 pass rusher. So we wouldn't have to reconvert him to any type of scheme.
Oh, okay. All right.
The only knock on him is his height. He's 6'2". He doesn't have the extra
bend.
But the thing is, he's so explosive and so relentless. I think he can make up for it, and his technique is very sound. I think he can be a great player. Ronbo, he had 6 forced fumbles this season.
Wait, he hit what?
He had 6 forced fumbles.
Ooh.
That's crazy in 11 games.
He may be getting leverage on guys. He's heavy, though. He still weighs 260 at 6'2".
Yeah, but he's fast.
That's the thing. That's scary. If you can be that lower center of gravity, that kind of speed and technique, I can understand why he is rated so high.
Ronbo, let me tell you something, okay? This edge rusher class is loaded this year. So we can either take Nick Bosa at 2, because I doubt the Cardinals will take him, or we could pick up Farrell and have a bunch of draft picks for this year, next year, or we can pick up another guy, either Montez Sweat or Ja'Kai Polite, and have even more picks than if we just went with Farrell. I think it's important that we weigh all those options because even though we want to get the best players, sometimes we need to get quantity instead of quality, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and also, some of these guys, I didn't know Fred Warner was the linebacker he is. When we drafted him, I didn't think a lot of it. I remember Big Show was pumping him up, but I didn't know anything more about it than that. Look what we got in Fred Warner. The guy was almost an all-pro. Over 100 tackles in his rookie season. His pursuit from side to side.
We lost Ruben.
We lost Ruben. That was a bad thing. And both of them
have been together. And that's bad because now we have a big hole. Instead of Warner playing the will and Foster at the mic, Warner is in between the will and the mic going back and forth.
Yeah.
And we don't really have an option.
Devin White?
It's bad. I don't know. The thing is with Devin White, He's an outstanding player. I think he's a top 5 talent. But I think an edge rusher is the most important need.
Oh, yeah.
And if we don't get a guy in the top 15, it really drops off after that.
Yeah,
There's about 5 guys who can go in the top 15, and after that, it's over.
Yeah.
So what we could do maybe is trade down a couple times and have 2 picks in the top 15. But I think Devin White would need to be like a top 10 pick.
Probably
I see him going where Roquan went last year.
We'll never get over that one. All right. Tell you what, Tony, I'll be back Wednesday, and let's talk some more, okay?
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah, Tony always bringing good stuff. And R2D2 ran away. Okay, good. Mark Lacilento says, you better get ready for Rashawn Gary. Mark, come on, man. You know what? For Halloween, 49er fans will be wearing Rashawn Gary masks, man. It's really scary that they actually put him on our number. Rashawn Gary's not a number 2 pick in this draft. Why did they come up with that in the first place? It's outrageous. Swervin Irvin says, been watching you since early 2018. Thanks. Thanks, Irvin. And Harvey Huegas, he said, I just want Lynch to pick up a beast, either on an edge, nose, or whatever. I need ballers on that D-line. Why, you're absolutely right. Quest for 6. Thanks, Ronbo. He says, shout out to 49er Empire. Chat, Money Mark, Chris, Never Right, Schultz. I just realized what he's doing. He's giving out nicknames. Damn the man. Quest for 6-time, pull the trigger. Chris he's right on occasion. Not often, but sometimes. Chris sort of like grows on you. I've become accustomed to him now. He's okay. He's wrong. I love to tell him he's wrong. Just me. He said, hey, what do you think of giving Jags Witherspoon in our 2nd-round pick for Ramsey and the Jags 4th-round pick? You do get the juices flowing. I do have to think about that for a second. I'm not going to say no. I'll tell you that much. Razor! I bet you Razor would do that deal in a heartbeat. Razor. Wait, he's got to drive in first.
Old Rams. Same old sorry-ass Rams. Hello! It embarrassed the city, embarrassed us. You talk about one team having a stranglehold over the other. The San Francisco 49ers have beaten the Rams 17 straight times. Last time the Rams won at all against the Niners, 1990.
But Rudy says, the last time we beat the Niners was in 2018. Oh. Razor, what's up?
Man, I expected that game to be a blowout yesterday, not 3 points. Really is embarrassing.
I know. But also, Razor, we're not putting the spotlight. There's an elephant in this room too. The Patriots struggled way more than they should have against that team too. And Richie, I know what you mean, but Richie, I just wanted to say this because we ran out of time. I say Brady is the best of his generation. Richie, I will never admit to Tom being better than Joe Montana. Joe Montana would have never had a game like we watched yesterday. Okay, Richie, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give the ball to Gurley enough. I mean, he looked healthy when he ran. Honestly, Ronbo,
Razor, you should be his attorney because there's going to be some actions in the offseason about that. I just know it. And Gurley's, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say Gurley's knee, from what I hear, it swells up now on occasion by itself, unprovoked. We're going to hear about, or what do they call it? What do they call that? When they bleed the joint? What kind of surgery is that?
I'm not sure.
It's micro surgery. We're going to hear about Gurley having microsurgery, and he'll be out midway through the season, if at all. And then the Rams and Rudy have their excuse. We didn't have Gurley. If Gurley would have been here, you guys wouldn't have won the West, did you know it? You got CJ, and CJ was doing a better job than Gurley anyway. Look, I'm sorry, Razor, I'm ranting. Go ahead.
Nah, I heard that they said it's the same knee he hurt in college. I know
Yep.
he tore his ACL the year he came, the year before or something like that, and they said
Yep.
it's the same knee. But
Yeah.
I mean, when he ran, he looked healthy. I mean, I don't know what else happened. He got in trouble. He missed the meeting, or he banged McVay's girlfriend out. He must have did something.
I know, because God, he was standing on the sideline. I wondered too, but every time CJ came in, he made a gain, So I figured, well, he's looking at CJ's getting work done. You got to go with what's working. But Gurley did all
Yeah, I
right
don't
when
know.
he was in there.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. He had like a 13-yard run called back, but
Yeah.
I mean, he needed to get in rhythm, and I don't know why they didn't give the ball. I mean, it's a Super Bowl. You're supposed to give him the ball a lot. I mean, you got
He's the one who
what
got you there. Yeah.
You got 6 months to recover before the first game, or whatever, 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's their problem. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing that they go to the Super Bowl and they put up 3 points and they got all this talent. I mean, defense played good, but the offense, man. I mean, I'm not sure if you got a report from Bleacher Report. It said Patriots hope that Goff has They said Patriots hope that the game ends up in Goff's hands because they know he'll shit his pants.
I wonder if Golf read that before the game started. Because you know what? He didn't man up on it, did he? He looked just like he's the Rams are who we thought they were.
Yeah, I mean, it came out like an hour before the Super Bowl, so I'm not sure if he did read it, but
embarrassment.
But Goff's pretty good, but like if you don't have that play action going with him, he's just an average quarterback. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
He has good accuracy, but once you get in his face, he'll throw it up like that play where he threw it up and he got picked off by Gilmore.
Yep.
That's what he does. But when he has Gurley and Anderson going, he's smooth because he can run the offense perfectly.
Yeah.
But Patriots came up with the perfect schemes to stop them, and that's the way we gotta attack them. But we need a Salah is no Belichick where he can scheme up without having super talent, but
Razor, you know what? I got a feeling because Shanahan, I bet he can go both ways. If Shanahan wanted to be a great defensive person, he could be. I see him and Salah sitting down together next year. They need some more talent too. I mean, everybody's blaming it on Salah, but they need some more talent. Because that play that what's-the-name made coming across the field, we don't have anybody on our team that would have ran over there and stopped that touchdown. Golf would have still had that touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I keep forgetting the twins' names. What's their names?
McCourty?
Yeah. McCourty raced over there. He had the wherewithal. He was alert. He put that Pepe in fourth gear within a split second and stopped that touchdown. Had it been us, that touchdown would have been happening. You know what I'm saying? There is a need for a little raise in talent.
Well, honestly, I think Sherman would have made that play.
Sherman would have, if he would have been available. But what if Sherman's not in position to make that play? Who else can do it?
Well, damn sure Akello ain't doing that shit.
See? You know?
I mean, Teaspoon ain't doing that.
That's why I take up for Salah. I said, yeah, man, I tell you, Salah needs some more horses. And then I want to see what he's worth. Because this is a very brilliant dude. When he talks, I can tell he knows what he's talking about. This is not an idiot. This guy's a cerebral individual. That's why I know it's not all about him. It's about the talent level he's got. And get rid of Halfley, they did. Good. Damn. But, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what was embarrassing. I mean, 3 points, really. I'm still shocked from it. 3 points, like.
You think you're shocked? Rudy's still talking to himself from what I heard.
Rudy was talking all this trash. Oh, Goff owns Garoppolo. I mean, hey, wait, hold on, Ronbo. Actually, I need an installment real quick.
Okay, real quick. It's Monday Night Raw. That's what we do. It's time for Let Me Holler at You.
I can't remember his name, but he called me yesterday and he said that Garoppolo would have more rings than Montana. I'm not sure if you remember his name.
No, but
he called in and he said that Garoppolo. I mean, it's true. He has 2 rings, but
I thought he said more than Brady. He said Montana.
No, he said more than Montana.
Oh,
I was like, okay, Garoppolo is good, but he did not earn those rings. He didn't play in those Super Bowls.
Yeah.
God, man, like, don't be so biased. I mean, come on now. I mean,
Give it time. Let's see what he can do next year, and then we can start making those kind of predictions. But you're right. Let's not go too fast on that.
We won 4 games this year, 6 games last year. I mean,
yeah, we got 10 games.
Slow your roll. I mean, this team is not even complete. I mean, John Lynch, he's backed us up. We're in the same position we were. I mean, we had the same biggest needs that we needed 2 years ago when they first came over. Pass rush,
except for the quarterback. Yeah.
Well, quarterback, yeah.
Defense is wrong. My God.
We need
Reese, I'll be back Wednesday, man, and let's see what happens, what develops on the wire between. Because this is that time of year when the news is just comedy, man. I can't wait. Even we can talk about the Rams and how that destruction is underway. Because they've already said next year's Super Bowl, look for the Chiefs to be back, and with the Rams and Patriots not far behind them. And then they jumped up and said the Jaguars weren't going to be in the mix.
The World Wrestling Federation.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, you're right. It was perfect timing. They're probably setting it up. Vince McMahon is their direct counsel. Razor, I'll see you Wednesday, fam. All right?
All right.
Oh, man.
Real quick, one last thing.
Good.
For us 49er fans, this is the best time of the year because we don't get excited for the Super Bowl because we're never in it. But
yeah, and we're not losing any games because we didn't play any.
No. This time of the year is our Super Bowl free agency and the draft. They better not let us down 3 years in a row.
Yes.
If not, I want Lynch gone. But
last year wasn't that bad of a draft, though. We picked up a couple of players. And we picked up George Kittle in the first draft. So, you know. Anyway.
I'm talking about free agency.
Oh, free agency, yeah. They got to spend some money. Let's see who they get. They try to get Khalil Mack. All right, let's talk about that Wednesday. All right. Oh, all right, fam. 5:40, you're in Bedford, Virginia. Who is this? Hello, Virginia.
Hey, can you hear me, Ronbo?
Yeah, who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is Scott Bryant.
Scott, what you say your last name is what?
Ryan.
Scott Ryan. Hey, Scott. What's up?
Not much, man. First time call, a long time listener, man.
Hey, thanks, Scott. Good to hear from you then in that case.
Yeah, man. Hey, I love the Super Bowl. I laughed so hard.
It was just
my best friend's a Rams fan, so you know I didn't even say nothing to him. I just sat down and was like, 3?
That's it. That's all you got to keep saying. Just keep saying it over and over.
I just
Scott.
Yeah, he wouldn't even answer a text message.
Scott, one question about your friend though. How long has he been a Rams fan? I'm investigating Rams fans, man, because I don't believe them.
He's old school. He actually goes back.
St. Louis.
He actually goes back as soon as they won the Super Bowl. I was like, "Who are you?" As soon as St. Louis won the Super Bowl, I was like, "Who are you?" And his name's Dex. He was like, "Hey, yeah." But now he goes back. He's got Rams leather coats. I said, "Yeah, you're a true Rams fan."
Oh yeah, no. You going out buying leather? Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
But I laughed so hard. I was like, 3? Really? 3? But no, man. This has been a crazy year for us, man. With all the injuries.
I know. I just hope, man. I hope it don't happen again. That's really. But they haven't hired a strength and conditioning coach yet either. That's what worries me. What are they waiting on?
I'm so glad they're gone. I was looking at a couple of interviews and seeing that Kyle went to the Super Bowl and watched.
Yep.
And I was like, did he bring Robert with him? Because maybe he can get some pointers from Bill Belichick.
I believe he did. I mean, I don't know why Robert wouldn't be there, but Salah's got to be there. In fact, as they sat there, Sal was probably trying to. Everybody thinks Sal's a fool. I bet he was explaining to Kyle what was going on. I know he knows defense. I put next year. Let's see what happens. But Sal needs some people who can actually implement, plan, execute. I'm not sure if we had that. He got rid of Halfley. Let's see what this guy Woods can do, because I don't believe Robert Saleh is that stupid. Some of the things we've seen were just stupid. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I will call back Ronbo. I appreciate you taking my call, man, and doing you, man.
All right, appreciate you, fam. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Absolutely.
And say hello to your fan. What's his name?
Yeah.
The Ram fan?
Dex.
Hey, Dex. Big shout out to Dex. Three, Dex. 3.
Yeah, 3.
You got to put a question. That's right. Put a question mark on there. All right, Scott.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, fam. Have a good night.
See ya.
You too. God. Here's the thing, fam. I wonder if I can't wait, though. I want to wait until after the first 6 weeks of the season before I really start digging at the Rams and poking them with the sticks. But I can't wait. That Super Bowl. They worked so hard to get. And remember Rudy at the beginning of the season? Hey, Ronbo, I got news for you, man. Our team's been picked to go to the Super Bowl next year. So what can we say? Shh. Man, y'all smoking the same dope they smoking when they make that predicament. So what ends up happening? Fast forward. We're in the Super Bowl with the guys. The Rams are in the Super Bowl. So that finish was nothing more than, but they weren't supposed to be there anyway. Because you and I both know that they were supposed to be the Saints versus the Patriots. So you know what? It's still, and the recovery says, thanks for covering me. I'll let me back, fam. CJ West. Yeah, Max is 6'3", Allen 6'5". See, that's the thing, Khalil Mack, the dude's body is just, it's not real, man. Allen looks like a physical specimen too, though. And Joe Griffin says, I was just doing a comparison between Bosa and Jalen Ferguson, and Ferguson has a quicker step than Bosa. Guys, if you're going to make comparisons, physical comparisons with Bosa and these guys, I think most of the time you're going to come up with the option to Bosa being a little more gifted in certain areas. But can they get around that edge like Bosa? I don't know. Jim Toroka says, I'm calling it next year the Niners will sweep the Rams. Golf is clueless. A winner when they get hit. It says, okay, I'll get you next time. Golf looks clueless. Like he's, ouch, he hurt me. Ouch, my arm. You can't throw anymore? Okay, sit down. Alfred Butler says, what's up? What's up, Alfred? Still Gold says Akeem Butler might be the number 1 wide receiver in this year's draft. Really like that dude. And do you know that he's picked to hang around or be available as late as round 6, possibly a UDFA? What is it that these people, whomever expert thinks he is, what does he see wrong with Butler? His speed's not bad. When you're 6'6", your route running only needs to be so good. You know what they're thinking? Is he fragile? I don't get it. Carson Randall, what's up, fam? Thanks for the contribution, Carson. Oh, man. Ooh. So, hey, Lee.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Hey, Lee, man. As a matter of fact, Lee, did you make it in here yesterday? It's really, what a midday
I had
for
a
you.
quick chat with you. Working on for long. I know it was a busy, get a lot of callers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got a little bit in, yeah. Well, Lee,
yeah.
It's go ahead.
No, yeah, I just wanted to touch on the free agency. Started talking about tonight, Ronbo, and it's funny because I think Will hit the nail on the head, and also Richie. And Richie, we need to go after 2 edges in the free agency, Ronbo. Like, we need to go after an elite one. Now, I've been saying it for months. You need to have to go for a top tier edge, and then go with another guy that, that won't cost all the money, whether that's you go after like a Flowers and then you go get a Graham or a Fowler, a guy that's going to be a bit cheaper but still going to give you, that pressure off the other side.
You go after Graham and who else?
You go after like a Fowler, a premium edge, and then you go after another guy that's probably like a tier 2 that won't cost as much. You go after a Fowler or a Graham. Because that way you get 2 edges and you shore up both sides of the defensive line, You depot in the middle.
And if one's better than the other.
Defensive line.
Yeah. That's a good
point. But what it does, though, it also frees up the options in the draft, Ronbo, If you're sitting there at 2 and Bosa goes, you're safe, because we know Cardinals might not take him, but a team like Oakland with all the draft picks, Mike Mayock, the GM, would jump at the chance to move up and take a guy like Bosa. So if you're sitting there and you've got 2 edges and you go into the draft, it gives you the options of trading back and getting a Devin White, a Greedy Williams, or even picking a Quinnen. You imagine us getting 2 edges and then adding Quinnen Williams with Defo. We'd probably have the best defensive line in the NFL. But getting those edges, it makes sense, Ronbo, because it gives you the options in the draft, You don't want to go into the draft. Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I just had a call. Someone was calling me on the chat.
Okay.
All good. Yeah, so it just gives you the options, you can manipulate the draft to suit you and get what you need, whether you get a corner or a linebacker or an edge. But if you get the 2 edges early in the free agency, you don't have to worry about both.
That's always the art of the whole thing. If you can get what you need in free agency and get the best player available in the draft, you will have hit a home run. Oh, so true.
Yeah. Obviously, looking at how we've been over the last few years in free agency, I'm not putting my hopes that they're going to do that, but that's, what I'd like to do. So it gives us the options in the draft to go after the best talent, or to trade back and get the extra pick, because we do only have, 5 picks this draft?
Yeah.
We got no
6. We get the compensatory pick, I think,
for
for
that
Ruben.
complimentary 7.
Yeah, we're going to get 1. So we got 6. Yeah. Well, it's a late round pick, but that's fine. They seem to do well with late round picks. We have one of the greatest tight ends of all time from a late round. So, these guys get a lot of flack, but I kind of like their work, actually. They picked out some pretty good players, and they weren't first-round picks, but they should have been.
Well, a lot of that comes down to Adam Peters. He chose Kittle. He chose the Warners. He's the guy hitting on these later-round picks, Ronbo. So I've been wanting all year for him to take control of this draft, but obviously it'll probably go to John O'Kyle, and he'll have an influence, obviously, in it, because that's why John brought him over from Denver. But, I just think, it's smart to go with 2 edges if we can in free agency, and then gives us the options in the draft. Remember I told you about that lineman Risner, and I didn't watch the Senior Bowl, and you said, that's the guy that handled Sweat. It was Ronbo.
That's the guy, because somebody told me that was his name.
State guy.
He's what?
Yeah, but it was Risner, apparently. I should try to say it was the guy at Washington State, but he came off the bench later in the game. It was Risner that locked him up. He was the starting tackle. And that guy's a beast. He didn't give up 1 sack all college last year, Ronbo. Not 1 sack.
Oh, I guarantee you, they're watching him. They're watching him, and they're probably calculating where he's going to be available and where he's not. Do you think he's going to go in the first round?
Well, that's where we might get lucky. He might slide back because he's was a tackle in college the last 3 years, but they say he's better as a guard because his arm length. And
a little short.
He's got a little few things about his footwork, So they reckon that he would be a great pass protection guard, but he's also good in the run blocking because he's agile and he's only around 300 pounds. So
there's the ideal.
Yeah.
God. All right, put him next
Either
to
him or
McGlinchey.
Lindstrom. Yeah.
Damn. I'm telling you right now,
But
and
what
put
I like about
Garnett
him
back
too-
on the left side if Tomlinson doesn't work out, because Garnett works better on the left side anyway. And from what I've seen what he did to Aaron Donald, I am not sold that it's time to get rid of him. So, get this kid we're talking about now, and this offensive line could be set for years. Staley's got to be replaced,
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, because that's the big problem, moving on after Staley retires. And if we, shore up that middle of that line a bit, it's going to be a lot better for Jimmy because we don't want to see him, taking pressure next year. We want him to have time, make plays, and we'll get wins. That's the end of the story, So, and then there's also that guy out of Delaware. I heard Seattle might take him to replace Earl Thomas, Adderley. I think he's another guy. If Risner or Adderley slide to the second round, they're guys we should seriously take a look at because They just look like first-round talents, but they could slide to the second, you know. And Hakeem Butler, Ronbo, I heard you talking about him before. Hakeem, you know, 6'6", sub 4'5", 7-foot wingspan. That's the kind of red that we need. And,
what's his 40 time?
They say he's going to run a sub 4'5", so they expect him to run a 4'4". You know,
if that happens, he becomes the first-round pick. No doubt about it. My, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they like numbers. The last time I seen a guy like that, Ronbo, was, remember Megatron? He ran like a 4'3", was it? Or did he run a high 4'2"? I can't remember, but it was quick, and he was like 6'5", 6'4".
You know what?
You know,
I see what the problem is. I'm looking at his stats. He's 6'6", 225. He needs to put on a little size.
Bit of weight, eh?
Yeah.
But one thing about it, I know he's slight. He's extremely strong. Like after the yards after catch, he just pushes people off him. Like they have 2-3 guys, and he just pushes them off like nothing.
He's probably strong.
Yeah, quite strong.
Yeah. Even though, and I don't see any fat. I see him flex here making a catch. There's no fat on him anywhere. That's nothing but cut steel. Hey, man, he's going in the first round. And here they got him projected round 6, potential free agent. Somebody made a mistake.
What I love. I like those guys, you know, Ronbo, that aren't first rounders. They could, you know, they start off as 6th or 5th, 7th rounders, and then all of a sudden they come through the combine. People see their tape, and they, you know, first rounders.
And all of a sudden their stock rises. Lee, we got to stop though. Let's see you. Let's see. Wednesday we'll be back. Okay.
Dude, thanks, Ronbo. Shout out to the Empire and chat. Thanks, Ronbo.
Thank you, Lee. Have a great day. Let me just go over what Butler is. A big receiver who presents mismatched size for the NFL. He had 60 receptions for 1,318 yards and 9 TDs in 2018. It was a big jump over his sophomore year when he recorded only 41 catches and 697 yards and 7 scores. They go on to say, here's the thing. Who actually believes that Butler will reach the 6th round? I tell you what, man, I really can't wait to see. They call him the LeBron in a football uniform. And Swerve and Irvin says N'Keal Harry for Jimmy G. Swerve's got to be kidding. Okay, who's gonna throw him the ball, Swerve? Are you a Rams fan and you're being funny? Oh, you mean give Jimmy G? I thought you meant trade. You must mean N'Keal for Jimmy G to work with. I'm sorry. When you use the word for, it indicates trade. Jesus, my king, says, Ronbo, if you miss me, smile big. I got to tell you, Jesus, my king, there was an impersonator in here a little while back, though. You needed to come back and get yourself straight on that one. The guy was terrible. Sir Garcia, what's up? Antonio Kidd says, hey, and Niner Empire, we're going to build a strong dynasty the smart way, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time. And Kyle's made that clear. He is not going to go out and fill the team with mercenaries. So don't get mad if he doesn't fill the team up with 4 or 5 spots of free agents. I don't think they're going to do that. They might get 2, though, I got a feeling. And Sean Luke says Niners need to pick up Anthony Barr or C.J. Mosley. God, that's so true. A free safety, a vet pass rusher in free agency. And then draft either Bosa or Allen in the first. And with the second draft, Michael Jackson. That's the second time I heard about Michael Jackson. And boy, if he comes in and as you run down the field, hee, whoo, dun, 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 dun. I mean, picking stuff off at the same time and doing like, you ever catch Beckham Jr. on the sideline doing the Michael Jackson? And Coach Tim says, speed works great if you complement it with the right scheme, which Shanahan has. But you can't expect to use small receivers across the middle all the time, or they will get beat up, and that's true. You know, George took a lot of pounding through that middle. The thing about Trent Taylor is, we saw Trent Taylor get hit. Trent Taylor's a very man. I guess maybe the reason why he hurt his back or not. But there's another guy that could take a licking and keep on ticking. I know it. Trent's the energizer bunny. Big show. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on Monday night. Show.
I hope those garden gnomes in the chat room are ready for some SmackDown tonight. They better get their keyboards ready.
Here he comes. Look out. You want an installment?
Yeah, please.
It's Monday night, and it's preseason 2. You know, it's time for another. Let me holler at you.
Ronbo, I have a question for you. Was it Bobby Kennedy who said, "Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy"?
Yeah. It was.
Way back in time, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Because he was debating somebody. I think I remember way back then.
I know it was Bobby. I forgot who he was talking to. Yeah.
Well, I have a little shout out to give to Marquise Goodwin. Marquise Goodwin, you're no Antonio Brown.
Don't mess with Marquise. Come on. He didn't mean it that way. Okay.
Anyways, but I want to piggyback off of where, shout out to Rocco, by the way. I want to piggyback where he left off tonight, and shout out to Richie Rich. Here's what happened in last night's game, Ronbo. The defense showed up. They didn't win shit.
I knew you put a spin on it somehow.
But I was watching the No Fun Network earlier today.
Yeah.
The No Fun League Network, and they were saying that Jared Goff, when he's under pressure, he goes from a 68% completed passes to down, and when he's under pressure, he goes down to 41%.
Small.
And that's
what'd you say? That's 51%, right? 51.7.
No, 41%.
Okay, because that was his second worst game.
He goes from
of the season. I knew that. Okay.
He goes from 68% when he's not under pressure down to 41% when he is under pressure to completing passes, and that is what the Patriots did so successfully last night, was to put the fear of God down Jared Goff's throat, and they did that.
Yeah.
And they knew that was his weakness because he's a rookie still in their eyes.
Basically.
I mean, he's a second-year player. And they were able to successfully do that with Adrian Claiborne, Dante Hightower, and a little bit of Trey Flowers with help from him.
What was that? What was that guy we were just talking about a little while ago, the linebacker? They kept shooting that gap all night?
Dante Hightower.
No, Dunfora?
Oh, was it one of the McCourty brothers?
Oh.
Are you talking about?
No, not the McCourtys. They've got two linebackers, right?
Dante Hightower is one of them. I forget who the other one is.
Yeah, the other guy kept shooting. He seems like he was in that gap all the time. And I was laughing because he set it up for Trey Flowers to clean that up every time. He'd make the initial hit, and Flowers would come blazing out of nowhere and make the kill. I said,
that is exactly why we should go after Trey Flowers. I don't care what anybody says about him. He would be a great signing for us. But back to my point, the Rams took away Todd Gurley from Jared Goff, and that affected him tremendously because Sean McVay's offense, like Kyle Shanahan, relies heavily on the play-action pass.
Absolutely.
And when you take out 90% of your offense, which is Todd Gurley, like 80% of your offense, which is Todd Gurley, then you're not going to have an offense.
Yeah,
you're not going to score at all, and that's exactly what happened. They can't rely on Brandon Cooks or Robert Woods. I mean,
but they couldn't really run.
They had
that's what
they couldn't get
the
open
plan
either.
was. Yeah, take the run away, and we'll have Gritty right where we want.
Well, Sean McVay did that himself. He took the run away from Jared Goff. That was a stupid mistake. They should have gave 90% of the carries to Todd Gurley in that game, and that would have helped him out a lot, I think.
Well, they gave it to CJ, and CJ usually gets things done even better. It was either Gurley or CJ all the time.
But when you take away that from Jared Goff, then it's easy to get to him and easy to make him shit his pants. And he only had realistically one weapon in Brandon Cooks, and that was it. They have no tight end. They have no outside guy to help to complement Brandon Cooks. Robert Woods is good, yeah, but that's basically all they had. And when you're lacking offense, then you're not going to out-coach or outbeat Bill Belichick.
You know what though? It's very unusual to see a wide receiver actually win a game for you. Have you noticed that though?
We had Jerry Rice that won our Super Bowls for us.
Yeah, but since then, how many wide receivers have won Super Bowls? Jerry West was the GOAT, and that's why they call him that. But for the most part, you rarely see that anymore.
Well, they actually had Julian Edelman help them win the Super Bowl last night. That's a fact.
Was Edelman coming out of the slot? I mean, you know one thing about Edelman.
He was coming from everywhere. He was coming from the outside and in the slot.
Edelman can actually be a Hall of Famer.
Back to the Patriots side of the ball. When they lost Josh Gordon earlier in the season, Ronbo, that took away half of Bill Belichick's playbook, and that is why they looked atrocious on offense last night.
Yeah,
and their motto in New England is the next man. Their motto in New England is next man up. And Julian Edelman showed up that night. And if they didn't have Julian Edelman that night, then they wouldn't have won that game. They would have lost. If Julian Edelman wouldn't have completed those passes, they would have lost.
Well, Edelman, he does that all. That's what he does. What's that god awful wide receiver they do have?
Philip Dorsett and
what's that other guy's name? He's not God.
Chris Hogan and Philip Dorsett.
Hogan had a really nasty night.
Oh, he had a horrible night.
God.
And that took away half of Bill Belichick's playbook, Ronbo. So he had nothing to work with.
Remember Josh McDaniel?
And Julian Edelman, Josh McDaniel. I'm sorry, So they basically had nothing to work with. I mean, you can't carry your team with Gronk. He was badly injured in that game.
Yeah.
He actually hobbled off the field at the end of the game. He could barely walk.
I know he was hurt.
So that's what scares me. That's what scares me about George Kittle too, because I don't want all the pressure to be on him this season, which is why he's working out with Tony Gonzalez to help him stay consistent. You know what I mean?
So I got to tell you,
we need to get him help.
You just don't have any faith in what we got. I'm sorry, but Dante Pettis is going to be a star. He is going to be a star. I guarantee you, Dante Pettis.
I have a feeling about Dante Pettis. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But our guys are too fragile, Ronbo. They're very, very fragile.
Okay, before we got to stop. But listen, George Kittle said this in an interview yesterday. Explains a lot. What they have to do right after school is they got to get ready for the combine. That's training one. Then after the combine, they get a small break and they got to get ready for the draft and the NFL. What Dante is just like Georgia got hurt all year last year. Now they get to train like football players. That's why Kittle, who had that talent in the first place, that's why he looked like this.
Yeah.
You can guarantee you Dante Pettis is working out per Kyle Shanahan, most likely.
Oh, yeah.
So look for Dante Pettis.
He needs to add some weight. He needs to be at least 215, 212 pounds, I think.
He'll be a lot tougher. Look for him to own the NFC West. I'm telling you right now, no matter who you draft, no matter who you pick up, they're not going to be better than Pettis.
Yeah.
Goodwin's going to still be there.
About Trent Taylor. One more quick point about Trent Taylor. I had such high hopes from him, Ronbo. I was so thoroughly impressed with him. He reminded me so much of Julian Edelman when he was our third down conversion guy. You know what I mean? Yeah,
he's got to heal up. That back surgery in the offseason is not a good thing. But anyway, let's continue Wednesday's show. All right, bring some more things that I can disagree with. I love it.
All right. Shout out to Richie Rich and shout out to Rocco. All right, y'all have a good night. Shout out to the night.
All right, bro.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
And by the way, it was Jersey Joe you were quoting. I just realized that one accusation. But anyway, all right, we'll see Joe Wednesday. Jersey. Yeah, we should get a little more chat up here. But, I really do think next season Dante Pettis comes back. You know how George came into camp this year and we saw photos of him at the OTAs? Dude was not only bigger but ripped. Watch Pettis. And if that happens, heaven help whoever tries to defend Dante Pettis. This is why when people think George Kittle has no help, I scoff at that thought. And Marquise Goodwin is going to have a specialty role next year. He's not going to be out there on every down because of his durability. Look out for Richie James as well this coming up season. See, the 49ers are not without talent. We could use AB, of course, but get out of here with they don't have any talent. They got talent. They got it. Got to develop it a little further. But like somebody said, I do not want to. And DK Metcalf is coming to this team. Or Hakeem. I still don't believe Butler's going to. If he falls number 2, look for the 49ers to grab him in a heartbeat, especially with as high as we are in the draft. I don't believe it, though. He goes in the first round. Dominic Winters, what's up? And Hank Mooney says, the thing to take away from this game is that this is the best the Rams are going to get. Honestly, don't see them getting better than this, and this is them at their best. Niners finna have fun. God, that's so true, Hank. What are they going to do? They're going to go out and sign some more free agents? They don't have any money. What draft pick? The number 1 draft pick is number 30. What? Number 31. I don't even know if they have a first-round pick this year. Didn't they trade this year's first and last year's for something? I think the Rams are in deep trouble. They're going to have trouble making their team better. They don't have a lot of money. Gurley is liable to be in for microsurgery because you can't continue to be swelling up in the knee. That's a bad sign. CJ Anderson come in like he did this year? He was fresh this year. Scout Rams, you guys got some trouble brewing. Doesn't smell like coffee. It smells like ass. Uh-oh. Let's start messing with Rams. I'll take a whole hour doing that. Flux Gamer says, hey, he says, money doesn't win championships. What the 49ers is building is something special and it will last for a couple of decades if it all runs smooth. Look at Belichick. You know, Belichick has plug and play a few players every year, but he's got his nucleus always in place. It all runs smooth, no injuries. Belichick and Brady. I mean Belichick, Brady, and Edelman. Man, hey, it's just these trade scenarios are lame fantasy stuff. This is Coach. These trade scenarios are lame fantasy stuff. Don't people think other teams are the same, have the same deficiencies in players that we do? Yeah, that's true. Come on, man. Get real with the deals. That's true. And Coach is right. There's some fantasizing, but, you know, it's kind of fun this time of year. Let's get a Nighthawk.
What's up, Ram? What's going on?
Oh, Nighthawk, I'm talking to Hakeem Butler, man. I want that big 6'6" wide receiver over here, or my boy DK Metcalf. One of them got to be on our team. But Nighthawk, Nighthawk, make sure you got your notifications. Yeah. Make sure them notifications shut down because everybody want to notify you as soon as you get on the air for some reason. You can shut that off, okay?
It's off. Yeah, everything. Right. Yeah, everything is off.
But anyway, yeah, that's what and we're talking about free agents now, and a lot of us want to get a couple of defensive fiends in the first two guys coming in the house. Make sure they can come off the edge and pass that and kill them a pass rusher. I mean a passer.
You know, and one more thing. You know what? That's what they get. The NFL forget. That's what they get if the Rams go to the Super Bowl.
Thank you. Good point. Just don't be setting things
That's
up.
What they get. That's what they get. You let them. You cheated. The referees helped them win, and now look what happened.
Look like poo-poo. When they got, you know what though?
Stupid.
We gotta give the Rams a little credit though for that defense. They was pretty good in the defense, or Brady forgot to take his vitamins because Tom did not look. It did not look like Tom Brady at all, except for a few minutes in that game.
But you know what?
Looked
the
terrible.
Saints should be in there.
In the first place.
Could have been. Drew Brees should be in there.
Yeah. But you know, Nighthawk, you cannot let Belichick have 2 weeks to plan against your offense. Boy, that was just evil. Belichick's defense was just, they made that poor young boy look so bad. I mean, Golf was just standing there trying to figure out what to do. He had maybe 2 or 3 drives. But Nighthawk, they wouldn't let him get a first down for the first half, damn near. Third, sit down, Rams. That's it. Fourth down, sit down. Man,
Golf is shut down. They shut down Golf is shut down.
Wow. Didn't let him do diddly squat. 3 points. And then the
you know what? It's okay now.
Go ahead.
They're gone now to the 49ers.
I got it. Callahan and Shanahan. That's why Bill Belichick has a lot of respect for Shanahan, because Belichick knows his defenses are devastating, and Shanahan's the only guy that could run up the score like he did. I mean, Shanahan was beating that ass. When he had the Falcons, he was beating that ass.
I do have respect for that coach because he gave us Garoppolo.
Yeah. No, you got to respect Belichick anyway. No matter what anybody thinks about Belichick cheating and all that other stuff, when it comes time to shut your ass down, boy, he can do it. And come to think of it,
But
go ahead.
he helped us out.
Yeah, he
He
did.
helped us out.
By beating the Rams and the Hawks, number one, and then he gave us Jimmy G. I can't hate. I don't know if I ever hated Belichick because I always love his post game and when he goes up and mumbles all his answers because he doesn't like to do the post game interviews. But Belichick has actually been an undercover agent for the 49ers for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm looking forward to see who Fernandez sign.
I know. Coming up soon. We got to wait a little while. Got to wait another month. Got to wait. The Combine should be fun too, Nighthawk. What do we got? Another couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks for the Combine? And some of these guys that we're looking at, we can see what their physical talents are, figure out how they go do.
But I like Josh Allen, but I like Josh Allen because he looks good.
Everybody likes Josh Allen. I can't wait to see him in the Combine. I bet he puts on a show. Boy, bet he does. Let's see how fast he can run.
I do want AB to come.
Mm-hmm. And I want to see my boys vertical. DK Metcalf. I'm going to say that. I can see Metcalf going up now. Nighthawk, the dude's arms are as long as his legs. I want to see Metcalf first. He go jump and go 4 feet up, right? Then he's going to stretch out that long frame. I can see him reaching over the top of the mark. Oh! We've never seen this before. DK Metcalf has jumped over the meter. and that's when every GM in the league, oh, hell. This is not about 50-50 balls. This is about the quarterback putting the ball up high enough so his defender can't touch it. Metcalf will get it. Him or Hakeem. Man, this is going to be a fun draft.
But you know what? I'm hoping it happens. I hope we play New England. It'll be New Orleans 49ers in New England.
A dream come true. We'd be like the players. We wouldn't even be able to sleep the night before. Whew, man, the hour couldn't get here fast enough. There we are.
Tom Brady against Garoppolo.
Wow. And Jimmy G knows the scheme now, so he's getting rid of that ball at 100 million miles an hour. I mean, he's got AB over here. He's got Goodwin over here. Both these guys are fast, can break off a route within seconds. Got DK Metcalf over in the corner. He's going every 50-50 ball around. Boy, there's Dante Pettis. Oh, Dante is receiving. The defender fell down. Jimmy seen it. It's a touchdown, Niners. Oh, Hawk, we out of time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all season now.
Hey, it's going to be fun. Now, I'll see you Wednesday, okay? Go ahead.
Whoopi is a fucking ass wham. See,
they were fake anyway. They only bought They bought a 2-year window. Window got closed.
And he was talking. Woody was talking all that shit.
He ain't talking nothing now.
Golf is better than. He said golf is better than. He said golf was better than Garoppolo. I said, get the fuck out of here.
Rudy knows. No, we gotta go. Let me give you the holler so you can say goodbye, and I'll see you Wednesday.
Oh yeah, before I go, hit that like.
Yeah. I forgot. Thanks, Nighthawk. Hey, fam, please give me some like. I collect those. If people see that you like it, they'll join us too. Please.
Yeah.
Here comes Nighthawk.
I'm out.
Now I got tired of waiting. Good night, Nighthawk. See you Wednesday.
Have a good one, man. Have a good one, man.
You too. Yeah, I look at that. Big Show doesn't think they have some talent, but the 49ers don't need a whole lot. What they need is that run game, and we got all the tools to have a run game. And I know James doesn't like Raheem Mostert, but I'm going to tell you the truth, fam. Just between you and me, don't get mad at me about this. Mostert was outperforming Matty B a couple of times. And Matty B is already a bad MF. We got running backs like for days. You've not seen anything until you see Jared McKinney in the open with a linebacker that thought he was going to cover him coming out of the backfield. I know teams are going to have a scheme for that, but if they don't, you get McKinnon on a linebacker, I don't care who he is. I've seen him on that move for Minnesota. Oh, God, I can't wait till next year. Scott Bryant, this is the best. Thanks, Scott. Scott just called us tonight, too. Robert Gimmick, what's up? Robbie also, what's up on the chat? David O'Neill, did you see the NFL 100 commercial last night, Ronbo? Man, I couldn't stop crying. I was laughing so, man. Especially Mike. Oh. Uh-oh. As Lynch pulls the ball down off the ball. Uh-oh. Loose ball. Ball! Brilliant writing, boy. The only thing is, Jerry Rice got pissed off because, in fact, Rice came to that. They never told Jerry that Dion was going to pick off Joe Montana. He was Joe, man. Joe stepped back. And there's Michael Irvin. No way, cowboy. He looks over and looks at Jerry. Dion comes out of nowhere and snatches it. Jerry says, you know what? Y'all know I wouldn't have been here to put up with no shit like that, man. I did not appreciate it. Jerry is such a competitor. Even in commercials, Rice will not accept these things. They had to talk him into it. They said it took a while. Jerry, be a team player for this, man. Come on now. Boy, that's funny. Eric Smith. Thanks, Eric. We're gonna be together for a long time too, fam. We got a season coming up that's gonna be crazy. And Coach says, if you go back and look at our game film versus Rams, we ran a lot right at Donald and Sue. So both the Rams and Lions are under Harbaugh too. Yeah, but they don't have a lot of hot pursuit. Well, maybe because like they used to actually. Fernando Martinez says, let the haters come at us right now. We'll show them what's up. Go Niners. Go Niners. Shake. Where is? There he is. So Sheik's got to come in with his music, of course. As he's come down. He comes down the walkway. Hey, he's using Kurt Angle's music. What is that? Is that Kurt Angle's music? Sheik, you use that wasn't was that Kurt Angle's music? That wasn't the Sheik.
No, that was technically for Rudy and all the Rams guys, you suck, you suck. 3 points.
I don't know where Rudy is.
Hey, I just wanted to say.
I don't know why he hasn't made an appearance.
Let me say this to Rudy. Hey,
please.
Rudy, breaking news, Ram fans. You just tied with the world's lowest record with the Miami Dolphins in Super Bowl VI with their 3 points. Enjoy.
Loving it. Loving every minute of it. Loving it. Oh, so. I feel sorry for any team.
Baby.
I tell you what, I feel sorry for any team that has to deal with Belichick with a second-year quarterback. I started buying the hype at one point, but I said, wait a minute. Since when does Bill Belichick have a problem with a rookie or second-year coach? This dude's in serious trouble. Rams have more of this, and Rams have this, and Rams have that. Well, do they?
No.
Really?
No, they don't.
But these guys have been to this game every year for how many years? And they're going to have trouble with golf and the Rams? McVay's only a rookie himself, damn near. I don't believe it. They actually had me thinking.
They got exposed.
I know.
they got exposed. Even Tony Ronbo is. By the way, shout out to Tony Ronbo. He became in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He put it out in the clip. I don't know if you noticed it. When Chicago Bears were blitzing them constantly, they showed up on the Super Bowl and then that's what New England did. So it's in all 31 teams know how to. Yeah.
And Whitehead, what's his name? The offensive lineman. I wonder if he. I'm telling you right now, Sheik. I did it again. Sheik, if he leaves that offensive line, I mean, Jared Goff is going to be a very short man at the end of the season. Why? Because he's going to be driven to the ground so often, so hard, that he's going to lose some height.
Yeah. And even Stu is lost some.
Hey, how tall is Goff? Is he 6'2" or 6'3"?
6'2" or 6'3", something like that.
He looks
yeah.
Jared Goff came in 6 plus 6'2". He's now 5'9". For being pile driver.
Now he's hiding in the corner. There's a lot of guys, even the offensive lineman, Ronbo, like you're bringing up Hughes, like saying that, like, it seems like they're all like in a suicide watch right now because they lost it. Even Sue, even lost it. He said, "Oh yeah, we handled Edelman." I was like, "What? How do you freaking MVP?" It was like, "What do you mean you handle him?" They are clueless.
They think they handled
organization,
Edelman?
Man.
Wait. Did they?
Yeah.
Somebody's quoted as thinking they handled Edelman.
Yeah, Sue said that. Sue. Demarcus Sue. He said in his.
They bumped him a couple of times coming off the line, but Edelman likes that shit. I mean, I think the more physical with Edelman, I think he enjoys it.
Yeah, he likes it.
He's a little sick.
Yeah, the Energizer Bunny. He keep on hitting him. He keeps on ticking.
So somebody needs to tell Sue what the stats were, because they didn't bother Edelman.
No, they didn't bother Adam all. They're clueless, Ronbo. But the thing, check when you have the time, Ronbo, check this interview right after the Super Bowl. You'll laugh at your ass off.
I got it. Send me the link. I
but
missed
anyways,
that.
Ronbo, go ahead.
No, just send me that link. I missed it. I'll find
check it out. I definitely would recommend everybody else watch it. It's pretty fun. But anyways, Ron, the thing about let's go back to the 49ers. Actually, it is about the 49ers, but I am pissed off that San Francisco Giants, my baseball team, and the 49ers, they cannot allow these. It's like having Ronbo. Yeah, it's like to say your girl, your wife, your girl, bringing up a person that you hate. And I got you groceries, but they just made everything dirty. They don't clean the dishes.
Yeah.
They are loud.
Yeah.
That's what the Raiders are going to come to this freaking stadium or park.
Yeah.
They cannot allow this. The 49ers better debunk this and say, nope, you're not going to do it. Give us a first-round pick and give us a little money as well.
Sheik. Oh, I think you may have just hit something. Okay, they wouldn't deal with us with Khalil, and they wouldn't deal with us with Amani. Now, if John Lynch accompanies Jed York over to Oakland to have that conversation, whether they come to Oakland or San Francisco or whatever, listen, guys, we've down through the years we've had some various interactions, and we've not come in on anything but the short end of it. Now, you're in a position now where it's more convenient for you to stay in the Bay Area, and we understand that. But here's what we want to know. Do we owe you guys anything? And then, of course, the Raiders, listen, it was all business. Come on. I mean, Jed? No. Well, here's the thing. What I want is your second round. What? Now, listen, you know what? You guys need a place to stay. I can give you the yes or no or get you the hell out of here. I would do it. I'd play so hardball with those guys, Sheik. And listen, guys, if the media finds out about it, I'll deny the whole thing.
It's like you're not going to pay us. I don't want them coming to our stadium, Ronbo. But like the thing is, they're not going to come and pay us. They're going to go in our territory and go play with the Giants. I was like, no, it doesn't work like that. Freaking, that doesn't. Oh man, Davis is an idiot. That's why they're dumb and dumber, Romo. That's why they got that dumbass haircut they have. They think they're gonna come slide and go underneath and do something like that to the 49ers. Get the hell out of here.
I know, man.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is like that would have to be debunked, and I hope York definitely recognized that if he's really money hungry, you better get paid and don't allow it because they're just trying to lowball you. But the 49ers definitely need to fix in the house. I think I don't know what caller said we're going to trade with the Raiders. That never happens. Never. Have you ever seen a trade with the Raiders?
Yeah. Well,
that's never going to happen.
They better cough up one now if they plan on moving in, and if they want anybody to say yes. Or if Jed yields to this, I'm going to be so pissed if he gets nothing out of it. So we'll see.
My God. Yeah. It's coming from the hatred, man. That's like a rivals, man. You can't do that. No. Well, that's like decades and decades. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
Yeah, definitely, brother. Well, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Night Off Fan Club. Shout out to all the Empire faithful. Hit that like for Ronbo.
Please, guys. It brings more company. Please hit the like. Lets people know we're having a good time in here. Thanks, Sheik.
And same old sorry ass Rams. Remember that 3 points. 3 points.
Oh, God.
3 points.
3 points.
Hey, I didn't forget about the Raiders, too. What was it, 34-3? Hey, you guys are very alike.
Damn. I just wish they could have shut the Rams all the way out. If they just made one more. Didn't they get that field goal because of a penalty?
Yeah. That was a bullshit. Yeah.
And wasn't it Trent Brown?
Should have been shut down.
God. All right, well, that's all right. Let them have the little 3 points.
Typical trend, bro. But anyway, shout out to the next caller. Shout out to everybody that calls in there. Peace.
Hey, Sheik. Talk to you later. Hey, let's say hey to Robert. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Romo. How's it going?
Hey. Robert, it's doing all right now, man. Actually, it's like our suffering and pain is over. And now we're getting ready to start a new day. Everybody's on the equal footing now in the NFL. Now, what are we going to do? Yep.
Hey, well, I actually got some news about that. I've been meaning to call you. I got a buddy that I work with, and he's got a family member that is a part of the Houston Texans organization. And they were talking about how they were trying to sign Jadeveon Clowney over there. And he declined a $100 million contract from the Texans.
How many years?
5. So 20 a year.
Damn. And he said no?
He said no. And he wants to hit free agency. So I think he's looking for that Donald Mack money, which I don't think he's worth. But
and Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's not Khalil Mack. He's good, but not Khalil
he's
Mack
not
good.
I don't think he's worth more than 20 mil a year.
And
Honestly,
you know what killed him? It's Quentin Nelson ruined any possibility of him getting compared salaries with Khalil Mack. But go ahead, give us more. What else happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's all that I heard is the Texans were really trying to lock down a deal with him to keep him next to Watt, and he wasn't having it. He wanted to hit free agency, so that's why I haven't heard of. Yeah, that's why I didn't hear anything happen during the season.
Robert,
with
next
him
time you
signing
talk
with
to
the
your friend,
contract or anything like that.
Next time you hear from your friend, though, since he is in Texas, is he in Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Texas too. I'm
then you
on the East
probably
Coast right now. I'm traveling on business, but
okay, then you probably know too. What's going on with Demarcus Lawrence? Are they going to actually franchise him again?
Good gosh. Honestly, out of all the free agents, that's who I want the most.
Yeah, everybody does, man. Oh. But Dallas can actually franchise him again and without it going against the cap, can't they?
I don't know. I mean, so who do they – I mean, how many more years does Dak have and
Dak's got at least
Zeke have on their rookie contract?
Yeah, Dak and Zeke are in their second. They just finished their second year, so they got 2 more years, and they're gonna probably want to renew their contracts next year. You don't want to wait till the 4th year. So I'm sure they'll lock Zeke up next year, and Dak. They'll put Dak on a show us they'll let Dak finish out his 4th year. If he doesn't show them anything, and they'll have saved that year for money, that's how I'd do that. Zeke, I lock him up next year. Dak said, Dak, listen, we're not in the playoffs. We're not in the Super Bowl. So I don't know how I'm going to pay you premium dollar. Because Dak, by the time his time comes up, Robert, it's up near $30 million. You gonna pay Dak Prescott $30 million?
Right. Oh God, no.
So that's what I'm saying, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might be up to Sean Payton at that point.
Yeah, I know, right? Robert's leaving, right? He'll want to bring in his own guy. Man.
Yeah, you're right. I'll probably try and pick something new from the draft to build something up over there. But yeah, man, I just wanted to let you know about that Jadeveon Clowney deal.
Awesome
news. To let you know, that kind of just, I think, rethinks, I guess, the way we're looking at the free agency as far as the pass rush. I mean, I definitely know that's our number one priority, but
without it.
I mean, if it's more than $20 million a year for Clowney, I mean, he's upper tier, but he's not top 5, I wouldn't say.
And the 49ers aren't going to pay him like that. So
No.
then he's out if he's looking for that kind of money. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Who'd pay it, though?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I don't want to see. Is I don't want to see Lynch feel the pressure from the Empire and the whole fan base and spend stupid money on a stupid player, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they won't do it. They went after Khalil.
He's not. Yeah, he's not worth the dough.
Yeah, but
Khalil's worth the dough, certainly, but Jadeveon not so much.
No.
I think Jadeveon Clowney prospers really well because a lot of times when he plays, he's next to Watt. And I think both of them are great players, but I think he has a lot of time to flourish just because of that.
Exactly, because JJ'd be fine by himself. He's just like Aldon Smith. It was the Cowboy that was making Aldon Smith's career for him because Cowboys' violence was enough for Smith to say, oh, you guys look like you're a little busy. I'm going to run around here and get your quarterback. I mean, think about Smith for a minute. Here's a guy that took an offensive guard, and that guy was not small, walked him all the way back, and grabbed Drew Brees by the neck and threw him on the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever going to forget that. Oh. So, yeah, you're right. You got to pay certain guys, but not everybody. You got to know who's good because of. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't want to see my my D line get pancaked by a rookie like Clowney did with Nelson. God, that was terrible.
Quentin Nelson's special though, but
he's a bad
still,
man. Yeah,
that's. Hey, Robert, great to hear from you, man. I tell you what, get in here as often as you can, man. I love it. And we'll see. I'll be back Wednesday if you got some time.
All right.
All right, Robert.
Yeah, I'll talk to you on Wednesday, Robert. Thanks.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
Bye.
Well, there you go. Inside info. We got first info on Jadeveon Clowney. So you might as well, fam, take him off the list. 49ers ain't paying him no $20 million. Who's that? Is that Hank? Hey, Hank.
What's going on, man?
Oh, Hank, I'm just this is what I love about this program. We're getting news now. I wish you could find out about the safety on that Texas team, but Jadeveon Clowney, his price is above $20 million. He's talking about give me Khalil Mack money. He ain't Khalil Mack good. What the hell's wrong with him?
No. Clowney's pretty good, but I mean he's not worth throwing the bag at. But I want to talk about that Super Bowl, man. That was honestly,
everybody else is. Go ahead.
If I was a Rams fan, I might be switching teams after that. 3 points. 3 points.
Oh, Hank, it's going to get worse. That's going to be a norm for him next year. Any team that can muster up any kind of a rush, just a scheme to pull on Jared Goff, and you're going to kill him. Now, he's going to get better, but fundamentally, I don't see him improving so much between now and next season. There's not enough time.
Yeah, you read my chat, Ronbo. I mean, that's the best they're about to get right there. They're not getting no better than that. And if that's at their best, we shouldn't have too many issues with the Rams. It might not even be that big of a rivalry.
I tell you. See, because the Rams, and every team that goes into the Super Bowl and gets their ass handed to them like that, they always suck the next year. I mean, some of the teams that do a good job suck the year after, but the Rams, that was just an embarrassment. I mean, the whole city of L.A., the lights went off last night. That was just, that was embarrassing. So you figure they come back next year, and they'll be like, their confidence will be shot. We ain't all that, man. Look what happened to us just a few months ago.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't show up yesterday. I mean, Patriots. I mean, I had a coworker of mine. He put about $280 on the Rams, and I was on the Rams. And I asked him before he put it down. I said, "What makes you think? I mean, you already know why I hate the Rams, but what makes you think that Belichick and Brady are going to lose to a team that, I mean, I understand they're very talented on paper, but when they got to the Super Bowl, I mean, man, these guys, I was watching the game, and I was like, these guys just, they look confused out there. I'm like, this is what you prepared 2 weeks for?
How many guys on that roster that had anything to do with the Super Bowl? Somebody said they have 5 or 6. Maybe.
Rumba, they didn't even make it to the red zone, I read. Like, they were in the red zone 0 times. Like, how do you do that? Yeah, they kicked a field goal, but I mean, I'm talking about red zone offense. They ran 0 plays,
and they had some questionable calls that might have got. But you know what? Here's the funny thing about it, Hank. That was one of the worst games I've ever seen, and it wasn't all due to the Rams' defense. That was one of the worst games I've ever seen Brady play. What if they would have came in there? Because what they did is they just used nothing but Brady to Edelman to beat him. You're not supposed to be able to get away with just Brady to Edelman. And Sony Michel did a good job. With mainly, Gronk was broken up, his body. You could see he was not Gronk. What if the real Gronk would have showed up?
It would have been more than a blowout. I mean,
what if they would have had another wide receiver besides Edelman? You know what I mean? See, that was not the Patriots' best effort. So, that's why I'm saying the Rams have more to be embarrassed about than they even know. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, be real. My guy Nick Mullins would have put up more than 3 points in the Super Bowl. I mean, even going up against Belichick, I mean, Nick Mullins would have got at least a touchdown, at least one. I mean, I'm not going to go far as to say he would have beat the Patriots.
Well, no, but he still would have put up a better game than that. It'd been more entertaining. I mean, even if Kyle would have been in there instead of if we'd have put our offense in there, disguised them as Patriots, as Rams, we'd have did better than that.
Oh yeah, and I'm talking without Jimmy, without Reuben, just our hurt ass team right
offense.
Now.
You go ahead and keep Belichick's defense, but just put our offense in there.
I mean, half of our offense, I'm telling you, I mean, what's their excuse? Cooper Kupp? I mean, try getting through the season without your starting quarterback, your starting running back, your first-round pick getting fired. Like, I mean, there's no excuse. And I wanted to mention one thing about the Steelers. Antonio Brown is leaving, and my reason for saying that is there's no in Pittsburgh right now, they're not getting any better than that. And right now, without Le'Veon Bell, I mean, they're garbage. I mean, James Conner, I think that's their running back. He had a good year, but I mean, he's not a breakout player. I mean, he's a backup at best. And Brown is the only other threat they had. And I mean, unless they want a another 16 games with the same shit they dealt with, they better send him over.
They had Juju, but you know what? Well, if I had Juju, and they did, why do I have to piss off my star? I use Juju, but continue to emphasize the guy that's been doing it for us here. That was Thomason or whoever the OC is. That was dumb. You finally found a way. Maybe Roethlisberger was taking the options, too, as to who he wants to hit. But that relationship went sour, week 4? Week 5, it started getting worse and worse. So it's really got a lot of stupidity going on. And Thomason's the bottom line. He's supposed to keep all that straight. So that's his self-destruct.
That's true. He, as a head coach, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. This whole diva status that Antonio Brown has, they didn't have the status on him when they were winning.
Right.
When they started losing, they had to find excuses. And honestly, I don't blame the guy. I mean, you see a hotter team right now. I mean, honestly, next season, Ronbo, I know you've seen our teams that we have to play, but the only one I'm really worried about is the Saints, and I'm pretty sure that's at home. So I mean, hell, we even got a shot in there, and I saw all our difficult games that I consider difficult are all at home, and so that's a coin toss right there with Shanahan at home.
Hank, we so agree. We so agree because I'm already talking to people that their knees are banging together. I said, wait, I'm not afraid of that team. There's about 4 or 5 teams. Why would I? Guys, you know what? This is like a conversation I don't want to be a part of. If you're scared, be scared, but I'm not scared. God, people act like we're mashed potatoes. God.
Yeah, not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh shoot!" But I mean, you think about it. I mean, McKinnon. My honest opinion, McKinnon and Pettis are gonna be our 2 breakout starters. Besides Jimmy, obviously, this year.
And George Kittle's not going anywhere. We're not a bad team. Defensively, we got some things to do, but I see some of that getting adjusted. Anyway,
Kittle's a stud. Kittle is a stud.
But Hank, I'll tell you what, it's good stuff, Hank. Let me see you Wednesday, huh?
All right, man. Always good talking to you, Ronbo. And just want to say, I really appreciate the consistency, like that you put into these videos. I mean, when I get out of class or I'm driving home from work, I just pull up one of your videos and I'm occupied for at least 30 minutes.
That's flattering, Hank. Thanks, man.
I really appreciate it, and just keep doing your thing, Ronbo.
No, I will. Actually, I love the 49ers. That love is deep, man. It's going to keep me running back and forth in there all the time. Thanks, Hank.
Hey, I'm telling you, when you retire, it's going to be a whole community that's upset. I'll give you that.
Thanks, Hank.
All right, man. Have a good
night.
Thank you.
And as coach who says we have to do well this offseason, especially at free agency, but either way, Lynch's job is not in danger. I know people keep thinking, you have to remember, Lynch works for Kyle Shanahan. Remember that. Lynch works for Kyle Shanahan. If Kyle goes to Jed, says, I'm done with John, he's done. But until then, Lynch ain't going nowhere. All right. Lynch's job is not in danger. That will come 2020 if we have another subpar season this year. And then, maybe Kyle has a talk with Jed, and they do, but I doubt it. I don't see that happening anyway, because as long as you got that trio of Lynch, Mayhew, and Peters, this team will grow. And Sean says, if I was Rudy, I'd show up like gangbusters, full of pride, and he's scared. And Sean said he's scared. Sean would too, Rudy. I can hear Sean now coming in like that poster. What y'all staring at? Ain't a bleep thing changed. Bleep your team. And what is it? I'm still a ram to the bone and bleep your team. He's with us. Hey, still red and gold to the bone and bleep your team. We was doing that a lot for the last 3 years. That's when we got used to it. Ain't a damn thing changed. Coach goes on to say, the way you beat Belichick's defense is with versatile receivers who are interchangeable. Make their secondary adjust and be uncomfortable, and you'll win. They can't double everyone. That's the truth, ain't it? That's why I like Dante. Double him. I dare you to double him. And there's Luca from Germany. Luca. Oh, no.
My name is Luca.
That's good, Ronbo.
I like it, Luca. You live up on the second floor. We already know where you live.
Yeah, that's actually right. Yeah.
Luca, how are you tonight? Or today, should I say, because it's early in the day for you. Well,
Yeah.
Luca, what do you want to add today? Because we had to stop yesterday, but let's pick right up where you left off yesterday. We got the draft coming up. Should I say, we got the free agency coming up, the draft. How do you want to see this team shaped to go into the future? And you got to build this team now to beat the Rams. So do you build strong on offense, which is probably not necessary in my book, or do you build on defense, which apparently the Rams don't like?
Yeah, I would build a team on defense for sure. In this draft, probably the first round, I will go
I would go with defense.
Mhm.
We need a big player. We need a player right off the edge. We need a player which right on the first game who makes a difference. So
That's it. I mean, I want to hear Goff
can-
screaming
we
when he
can-
looks to his left. Or
yeah.
right.
So, but I'm also for a big another receiver. So I'm on that AB wagon.
Maybe. I'm man. I just
Yeah, we don't
seems
know.
like a dream.
But
We'll see.
yeah, but I think we need one more big weapon in the offense. So
Can always use it.
yeah, so hopefully AB or so maybe when we don't get AB, then get a good receiver in the draft.
Yeah, and there's a lot that have potential too. I mean, when you get a chance, I'm putting them in the app, my app. So look up. I got names like first of all, what did I got my boy DK. I'm gonna put DK in just a little bit though. I got DK Metcalf. Let's see who else did I put in there, and yeah, I got Hakeem Butler. You'll love him. He's called the LeBron James of football already. I got N'Keal Harry from Arizona. These are strong guys. Deebo Samuel and Cody Thompson. Look out for that kid. He's going to be a sleeper in this. So, yeah, there you go. I got it. But I'm going to put some more in there, too. I got film on him and everything. All right?
But I have a feeling John and Kyle, they don't go after receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Because we have Pettis, and I think they go maybe third round for a receiver.
Yeah, that's you know what you're thinking like they might be thinking too, because I don't know. We'll see. They're not allowed to say anything right now about Antonio Brown, because it would be tampering, and there's league rules against that. You get punished. So they're not saying anything. You get no emotion whatsoever. I think Kyle said I'm not allowed to comment on anything to do with Antonio Brown. We're not allowed to, So we'll see in a couple of weeks, because at the combine, Luca, at the combine, they're not supposed to be talking, but all the owners and GMs get together. Not the owners, but the GMs get together, and they start making these deals before the deadline. It's the handshake, wink deal, as we call it. They make agreements, but they can't until a certain time. We'll hear, but it always leaks out.
Yeah.
It always leaks out.
Yeah, but I think they do their best on AB. So I think they go after him, but we see how it goes out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait for the combine.
I think it's easier to get AB than Odell.
Way easier. I mean, there would be Armageddon. If the Giants get rid of Odell Beckham Jr., they might as well forget about selling any more tickets. I'm sure the ownership was already pissed off because they will not get rid of Eli. There's a lot of people who do not want Manning starting. Then they pulled that joke of a quarterback last year. Oh, no, that guy's in Buffalo. But the guy they pulled last year is not ready for prime time. So they need a quarterback. And if you get rid of Odell Beckham Jr. and New York, look, have you ever been to New York before? Do you know anything about New York City?
No.
New Yorkers are New York. Look, I compare the New Yorkers to. New Yorkers are like the French in Europe. They're kind of rude. They're intolerant. They don't accept. They're not going to put up with the Giants not getting this done. If they trade Odell Beckham Jr., there's going to be trouble. So.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I want to apologize to the French. I'm just saying, because you guys are very critical and you have high standards. I mean it. I mean it in all good way, actually. Look, if you know any French,
you mean we're critical? No.
Oh God.
I'm not critical. I love jokes about France.
He does, but the French don't think it's funny.
Yeah, it's only our government. Our government. Yeah. They do their own thing.
I know. We don't. We go to that all day. But Luca,
yeah,
hey, Luca,
they're
listen.
all making jokes. Yeah.
I know it's that time. It's that way on the planet right now. Hey, but Luca, listen. We got to go now. But Wednesday, if you get some time, get back in here. I'll be here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Luca.
Okay.
Have a great day, man.
So,
yeah.
To the faithful, hit the like, share,
yes.
take some
Luca's
screenshots. Yeah. So, yeah. Have a good night.
You too, Luca. Also, to my New York fam, I wasn't talking about you. I mean, you know who you are. Every New Yorker I've ever met. And also Philly, New Jersey, you guys like to argue. I mean, this is what's special about you, though. That's what I've always liked about you. Every time you catch a New Yorker coming out to California, he argues about things like, hey, you guys ain't got no decent pizza out here. What the hell are you talking about? This pizza, man, it's shit. What? You go to New York, I'll show you a real pizza. Oh, man. Are you serious? I've had that argument. That's why I'm saying I use that example. New Yorkers, East Coast people, they love to argue about things like that. Hey, Demarcus is from New York. Just as I'm talking about
What's up,
New Yorkers.
Ronbo?
I pick up Demarcus. Demarcus.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing? Hey, Demarcus, how do you feel about California pizza?
I never had it, but it's all the same. It's just dough and sauce, man, and cheese. That's all. I never had it, but I heard it's good. New York pizza is good, too. We don't need that debate, Ronbo. What's going on with you tonight, man?
Same old fam. I'm sitting back here, man, because I'm wondering, man. See, Antonio Brown, I'm trying not to get my hopes up. Everybody's wants Antonio, but I just can't, man. I'm so concerned if that day comes and we get disappointed. I don't know if I could take it, but I get myself too up high on that. So I'm not counting Antonio yet.
I'm not gonna count him out just yet. I mean, like you said the other day, man, if he wants to come, bring him. Like, you can't push away raw talent like that, man. Like, if he wants to come, bring him. See what he could do. If not, cut his ass. Shit, we gotta find a way to win. And from what I seen last night, Ronbo, them Yams ain't nothing, man. Them Yams ain't nothing. They do not like defense, bro. And I seen it. Hightower is a beast. Should have got MVP. He should have got that MVP. I just don't like how they do like individual plays. They should have like a team like defense should have got that. But Edelman, he balled out last night. He balled out. And I could see Marquise doing that, or Trent Taylor, or Pettis doing that next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We need AB, but then again, I like the guys we got. AB, that'll be a plus, but you don't want to mess up that nucleus already in that locker.
True.
We don't need that diva status and all of that, but he's a good player. He's a future Hall of Famer. Go get him while we can. He wants to come to us. Go get him. Shit. If it don't work out, it don't work out. We got others that can fall in line, man.
That's true. Demetrius, do you think that he'd come in? I think he'd be like a Boy Scout. I mean, not altar boy. I'm talking about Antonio would be so innocent and sweet the first year. I got a feeling he'd come in, he'd be holding classes on how to be polite on the sideline.
And you know what? I believe you on that. I just think he outran his course in Pittsburgh. It happens with every relationship.
And we don't know the whole story. They might have been really messing with him, too.
And you know what I think, though, too? He's getting a short end of the stick because of Big Ben. And I think Big Ben is a big crybaby.
Man.
I don't like that, man. I can't say I don't like him. I don't like his ways. I put it that way. But I think Big Ben got a lot to do with it. And Tomlin, I don't think Tomlin really got a hold of that team either.
Well, see, Thomason is in charge. He's supposed to get in there and moderate and clear that up. He's supposed to call them both together and say, listen, guys, are we going to win a championship or not? Because as long as y'all continue to act the ass, and if we're not at the locker room, I can call everything. As long as y'all keep bleeping up, what I'm supposed to do? You know who they're going to talk to when this mess is? They're going to talk to me, and it's going to be your asses. And if I'm going down, you're going down with me. I'd let them know. Because at some point, you got to go ahead and stop pulling punches, you know? Either straighten up.
Because look at it. Look, go ahead, Ronbo. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'll Stu.
But you think about it, like with Le'Veon Bell, like they offensive line talking crap about him, like he ain't say shit then.
Right.
And then with Antonio Brown, that shit sprouted out. He ain't say shit then. It was just I think Antonio Brown, like, you know what? I'm done here. I got to move. It's a cancer over there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Come be part of the Sunshine State. Come over. Yeah, that's true. That's
gotta
true.
know when to step in.
But I blame Tomlin on that, though. I blame Tomlin for the most part.
Yeah, especially he helped it out.
Yep.
You know what? I got to tell you, though, Demetrius, Tomlin's been pissed off ever since AB did that little video in the locker room. I didn't realize how bad that probably pissed him off, but I think that really pissed him off. I think he thinks AB was disrespecting him. He looks like the kind of guy that if you do that, he let the dogs loose on him because AB's out there all by himself getting pounded on by everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Le'Veon, he did the same thing, kind of. They take some. Hey, Le'Veon, I'm in your locker, man. They're on camera. I'm taking these shoes, bruh. Oh,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's wrong.
Pittsburgh, they ain't gonna be shit next year. I think Big Ben got like a year left, tops in him. Like they ain't got like I like Connor. I liked him when he was in Pittsburgh, in college. He's a good back, but I just think the nucleus of that team, like the attitude, the divaness, it ain't even Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell. It's everybody else. That's what's crazy. You know what I mean? They supposed to keep that shit in house. You know what I mean? Squash that and go play ball. But if he's saying he won't come to San Fran, if I'm the owner, he on the first flight out.
See,
let's go.
But you got to deal with the Steelers, and I wonder what the Steelers are going to be asking for. Because you know what? I'd go ahead and play hardball with them, though. Because you know what? We're probably one of the only teams that can pay them. And listen, guys, if you ask for too much and we turn this deal down, you either franchise him or release him for free, and then he's coming here anyway. So you make up your own bed right now. You're going to do this? I'm not giving you a first-round pick. I'm not giving you next year's second. Just go ahead and tell him. You know? I'll give you a second-round pick this year. That's it.
I will package C.J. Beathard, a third-round pick. All jokes aside, I'm not like yo, we got to get rid of the people who don't want to play. And from what I seen last year, there's a lot of dudes that didn't want to play. So you know what? You got to go. You got no tolerance this year for that shit, man. We cutting dudes after a first down. If you,
No, I was just saying, because you can't keep him. That bridge has been burnt up. He cannot stay in Pittsburgh any more than Le'Veon Bell can. So, it's over.
It's over. We welcome him with open arms, ready to go. Yeah, I mean, goddamn candy yams. I can't stand them. I'm so happy they lost yesterday, Ronbo. I thought about you. I'm like, yes, man. About fucking time.
Demetrius, we got to go. And by the way, Demetrius, I've been in New York, and your pizza is awesome. I ain't lying. And a word between you and I.
It's good pizza. I never had Cali pizza, man. You should send a slice over.
Listen, I'll tell you the truth. I'll admit it. Between the two cities, there is an edge. And also, we don't have a hot dog. New Yorkers complain about that when they come to Cali. Say, you guys haven't got any hot dogs. We don't worry about I tasted a New York hot dog. Now I understand what the problem is. That is a hot dog.
It's good. You got to go to downtown, 125th Street, man.
I was down there. And the pretzels.
And the hot dogs and all that.
And the pretzels are crazy.
Ronbo.
God, that's good.
You good, Ronbo. Just don't turn into no Giant or Jet fan, and you'll be all right.
It'll never happen.
Ronbo, bro. You have a great night, Ronbo. When you be back on, man?
Wednesday. I was just ready to tell you. Be back Wednesday, okay?
Wednesday. All right, Ronbo. I'll check in. Have a great night, man.
Looking for you. Bye. Have a good night. All right. And Jim Thorogood says we need to start Pettis and Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick will get 1,000 yards with a healthy season. And also keep in mind what was accomplished by the players we had was with CJ and Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins is good, and he's going to be a lot better soon. But whatever they did this year, awesome. And George Kittle is just not real, And Coach also says, I'm a Chicago deep dish style pizza lover, but I love me some New York style thing too. Pizza hella good in many ways. Don't put the snowflakey toppings from Cali on mine, though. New York thin crust. See? Coach been to the East Coast. And there's a guy there. Can we drop this? Here's a Patriot fan that's lost his mind. Wait. No, don't go down. Go back up. No. Stop. Where is he? I seen him. Where was? Anyway, I seen him say, Brady there was one thing. Oh, there it is. No. He said Brady. I understand the thing with Boston, Brady over Montana, but then he puts an Arrow Edelman over Rice. Tommy Brady, stop. Now you're playing yourself, okay? You can make the argument with anything else, but Edelman is no Jerry Rice, okay? Please, man, give it a rest. You're making yourself look foolish. But thanks for watching. Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum-de-doo-wah. Ooh, yeah. Joey Mahoney. Joey, what's up?
Ronbo! My man!
Yo.
With the not a plan. Talk to me.
Joey, man, just sit back here and have a good time talking 49er football, as you know. And Joey, it's going to be in play. And, we're going to learn as early as the combine as to what's about to happen with John Lynch, Antonio Brown, the Pittsburgh Steelers management, or should I say the Rooneys, and the 49ers. I can't wait. The combine's what, 3-4 weeks away?
About 5,
yeah. It's coming up soon because I know it usually comes up almost immediately after the draft. I mean, after the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Free agency comes first, then the draft.
Yeah. Path to the draft. Yeah. But anyway, Joey, what's on your mind? You want to make jokes about have you heard any good jokes about the Rams lately? I mean, they're all over the internet now. Memes are going nuts.
Yeah, I saw one. Someone
share it with us, please.
Someone sent me I know it was a picture of a plane. I think it was in the Night fan club. They sent me a picture of a plane that had some writing like on the picture, and it said the only touchdown that the Rams got was like the landing of the plane or something, or because it touched down, because the plane touched down. Get it? It touched down, so that's the only touchdown they got.
That's just me. I just wish they could have shut them all the way out. Don't even give them 3. Yeah. Oh, that'd have been awesome. Oh, they would have never outlived that one. Ooh, wee. Woo!
Yeah. I have a friend at work. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he told me, and I ask him every day because I'm curious. I say, hey, what's going on with Lawrence? What's going on? Because he there's like a Ronbo for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Not like you, but like there's.
But he's watching what's going on, right?
He has a lot of insight, and he was telling me that he also has like a podcast, and he actually spoke to Jerry Jones, right on the podcast.
Whoa!
And he asked him about Lawrence, and he said, "Hey, what's going on with Lawrence?" And he refused to answer any questions.
Yeah, I bet he didn't say that. Yeah, because that's the kind of thing you got to keep hush hush for a while.
Yeah. So my friend said, as a fan, from his point of view, it doesn't look good. It looks like he's gonna walk because he has also asked for a lot of money from Dallas, and Dallas is not willing to pay it.
This is the problem, Joey. Khalil Mack has made it difficult to sign these guys. Mack is getting as much money as Jimmy G. So therefore, how do you sign guys? I would give him like, okay, I'll give you $100 million for 4 years. But listen, here's what I need. Well, you know what? I'll give him 100 for 5. But here's what I need from you. I'm gonna fill this thing with incentives that could give you in excess of 140 mil. But you got to get this and this done. You believe in yourself? Because I do. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And then he comes in. I got a complete beast that's motivated. That's what I want.
But Lawrence, if he hits free agency, I mean, he's going to get the bank.
He's going to hike the price up. I know.
He's going to hit the bank, not only because it's Lawrence. I mean, he knows he's the number one free agent. Even the NFL
network put out the top 50 free agents, and
He's
his
the guy.
name is number one.
Yeah.
He's number one.
And Jadeveon
And,
comes
and
in
everyone
about,
knows he's number one.
and Jadeveon comes in what, 2,
So no
3?
matter. Huh?
Clowney's 2 or 3.
I think he's 3 because I think Bell's 2.
Yeah.
It goes Lawrence, Bell, Clowney, Garrett. No, not Garrett. Jarrett from Atlanta did the defensive tackle, and then I can't think. There's one more guy that I can't think of right now. But
Yeah, but you're talking about interior linemen, Jared.
Yeah.
I'm thinking only defensive end 4 3. So and that makes, like you meant, this Demarcus Lawrence is number 1. I think Clowney is number 2. Then you got your Brandon Graham.
I know there's Ansah or not Ansah. Yeah,
Ziggy's in there.
Ziggy
He is in
Ansah.
there though, but he's listed way
Ziggy
down on the list.
Ansah. Oh yeah, he's way down there. But I wouldn't be
Fowler's
surprised
on the
if they
list,
try to
but he's
make
down on the list.
Fowler.
The other guys are listed
But
as
he's
outside
more of a
linebackers.
linebacker, though. But those are linebackers. See, I'm not putting a linebacker on the edge, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't like that idea either. I want
I want like a pure pass rusher. You know what I mean? Like, a guy who's gonna put. Here's the deal. Guys like D Ford, guys like Fowler. You know.
Yeah, those are
the
linebackers.
exception of even Khalil Mack. If you notice, Khalil Mack came into the league as a linebacker.
Yeah,
He wasn't. He's not a defensive end. He's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Converted to defensive end. And if you really think about it, Ronbo, these new players that are coming in, they're really linebackers, right? You look at Von Miller, Khalil Mack,
the athleticism.
all linebackers.
They want him to be athletic enough to be able to get into coverage. Von Miller's different.
See, that's
though.
what.
Speed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though.
His coverage
but that's
ain't
what I'm
that good.
saying. I think that's what makes Josh Allen so interesting because I look at those two guys and I'm like, damn, if that's like where the NFL's going, damn, I wonder what he would look like in red and gold.
Yeah,
you know what I
see,
mean?
that's the prototype for the future. If the future's already here, actually, so he does fit the current mold. I mean, you need a guy that's really athletic and can knock the bejesus out of the quarterback at the same time. That's a hard combination to follow. He needs to be 265 and super athletic. Again, just like you're saying, Allen fits that. Bosa is more of that pure passer, that pure pass rusher. He's going to get the quarterback under no circumstances. But, you know.
You can't go wrong with either of those guys. See, the way I look at it, and a way a lot of people should look at it is we're at 2. Last I checked, Arizona can only pick 1 player. They can't pick 2.
Yeah, you're right.
So no matter who they pick, what if they trade it, they
We
pick
still
someone.
got something.
It's
One
going
or
to
the
be
other.
either Allen or both. It has to be. Whoever they don't pick.
Has to, unless we
it
trade
has
down.
to be our pick.
Joey,
You know what I
gotta
mean?
go, Joey, man. We don't get to hear from you often enough, but if you get a chance, hear from you Wednesday.
Oh yeah, and one more thing, Rumble, before I take off. These Raiders, man, they go fucking play in the sandbox for all I care, man. They ain't fucking with my Giants, dude. I tell you right now, like Sheik said, you ain't messing with my Giants, boy. You better get to stepping.
Hey, you gotta call Jed. He can stop that action right now. So, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna stop that action.
Oh, Trey Flowers is in the mix. That's right.
Bus, man.
I tell you, man. Play out in the parking lot. You guys have that.
Hey, you know where they should play, honestly? All joking aside, where they should play since they want to move to Vegas.
UNLV.
They should play at UNLV.
Yeah.
Yep, UNLV, because that's like, you know, the college is right there by Vegas. That's where they should go.
Yeah, because they know we don't like them. That's the only reason why to move over. All right. Hey, I'll see you Wednesday, Joey.
All right, buddy. You have a good night, man. Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Joey.
All right.
All right.
All righty.
Oh man, that's, you know what? We're making jokes now, but if Jed does this, as soon as we know the Raiders are on our side of the bridge, there's gonna be some trouble. Man, it gets serious then. I mean, shit gets real. Because if the Raiders all of a sudden they're playing in San Francisco, and you know how the Raider fans are, hey, now the fans, we up in your house playing, bitches. I can hear them now. Try to ignore. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the high road. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best to ignore them because all they want to do is get. It's one half of the TNT Connection. Hailing from Atlanta, GA. He just coming from his matchup with Deion Sanders, and he won hands down. He is Therese.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo. Go on and sprinkle some of that red and gold up
Oh, hell yeah. Anybody that tells Deion to step off and stop dissing this team gets my vote all day long, boy. Trez!
What's good, Ronbo? What's good?
Trez, man. Last night you missed it. We made all kind of jokes about the Rams, and if you got something to share, you can go ahead and do that. And we also looked at the fact that the defense now, everybody in the league knows what to do against the Rams. So McVay can't be too happy about that. And we're talking about the draft, and not only the draft, but the free agency, should I say, and what we expect. But Trez, you just jump on in anywhere you want to because you know how to do.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this, Ronbo. As far as everybody getting the blueprint on the Rams, you still got to have the players to know how to execute that blueprint.
That's amen to that.
So,
yeah.
You can have the blueprint all day long, but if you ain't got the personnel to execute, hey, you're going to get your ass tossed to. So that's just how I look at it. Any good team. If that was the Patriots, you had the blueprint on them too. I mean, because the Rams played them straight up. They played them defensively good. But that wasn't the Super Bowl. That was the damn dead bowl because the shit was just dead. It's the bottom line.
It wasn't even live, was it?
No, I've never seen in the history. Atlanta is a party city. You know what I'm saying? We get
party on
crunk
that
here.
one.
We like to have a good time.
Yeah.
And for us to host a game like that, Ronbo, it was just like, really? It just didn't even represent the vibe in the city. You know what I'm saying? It was that shit, that was the dead bowl. That's what I call it. Straight dead.
Just awful. 3 points. And they were lucky to get that. And truth be told, Trez, the Patriots did not put on an offensive display either. So I'm trying to – Tom needs to maybe think about letting somebody else play.
Yeah. Well, really, you could take film from both teams, you know what I'm saying, and learn how to shut both teams down, But you still got to have the personnel to do it, though. But the most enjoyable thing from that Super Bowl, Dead Bowl, was the 100 celebration of the 100 year
that commercial,
NFL football, the commercial. Yeah, that was the highlight. That was the highlight for me. I can't speak about everybody, but for me, that was the highlight.
Jerry Rice didn't think that was funny.
I don't know what he getting mad about. Hell, Deion stepped in front of goddamn maybe like 4 interceptions to him throughout his career. So I mean, it ain't like it. It ain't like
never happened.
It didn't happen, right? Because if you notice in the commercial, they were just doing plays that happened in the NFL, like the Franco Harris pass, the immaculate reception, Odell with the one-handed catch, Barry Sanders with the spin move. Celebration time. So. Deion stepping in front of the interception, that actually happened. I've seen that 1,000 times.
And Singletary?
I mean, Jerry's just competitive. Yeah, he's just
No, Jerry don't play that, man. Even in real life, Jerry said, commercial, not, man, y'all don't play with me because if Joe throw the ball up, I'm going to go get it, okay? And actually...
Oh, yeah. We've seen it. We've seen Jerry roast the whole league. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, ain't it?
I think Deion picked off Steve more than he did Joe, though.
Yeah, but the passes was to Jerry, though.
Yeah.
And then, but to Jerry's, just to give him a little leeway there, they were all underthrown balls. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were underthrown. He cut right in front of them, stopped and picked them off.
How about Joe looking over and Michael Irvin standing over there? Throw the ball. Not today, cowboy.
I
enjoyed that part.
Yeah, I love them.
Oh,
you gotta love that conversion. That was a highlight, bro.
That was good. That's award-winning. Yeah.
Yeah. They need to keep running that one. Yeah. Everything else is dead. But and then too, I heard you talking about the Rams' upcoming draft.
They only have 5 picks, Ronbo. I think it's 5.
What rounds?
They got the first round pick, 31st.
Oh, they do have a first round pick.
They traded. Right. They don't have a second round pick because that was the trade for Marcus Peters to KC. So they don't have that. They may get a potential third round compensatory pick. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember
Otherwise they don't have one.
That pick to get. Well, they could traded that pick to get Dante Fowler. Remember?
Yeah.
That was the trade to get Dante
third
Fowler.
round pick.
And then right. So they got a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. And they don't get a 7 because that was the trade to the Giants for Alex Ogletree. So, yeah, they looking bad.
Hey, wheeling and dealing. Get that compensatory pick. And you know how they are with that compensatory pick. They've sometimes say, y'all get a 7th round pick. What? We gave up a 3rd. That's not my business. You get a 7th round pick, take it or leave it. Don't let me find that out.
They looking bad. Yeah. And look, they gonna have the biggest yard sale you ever seen, Ronbo. Motherfuckers gonna hit the free agents off that team like you ain't never seen before. Rams holding up the sign, yard sale. See, that's what you get.
Everything's got to go.
You know,
we ain't got no money.
Yeah, everybody got to go. Yeah. Well, Robert Harris, you say, gotta go. Yeah, so that's it. Gotta go.
Rams, boy, they bought them a championship. Yeah. They almost got it.
What? Well, they almost bought it. But, you know, hey, it's starting over from scratch now because all them boys was on 1-year deals they had. So
hey,
they ain't got no money.
Sue is already listed. If you're looking for an interior lineman, he's already on the list. And they got to pay Marcus Peters. His rookie contract ends this year. You know he ain't going to act right. And Aqib Talib, man, Aqib's going to spend more time on the IR next year anyway. So, it's comedy from here.
Oh, straight company, Ronbo. Straight company. For them it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see what the hell they going to do. How they going to pull the damn straw out of the hat. Because there ain't no straws left in the hat for them. I'm trying to figure it out.
That big offensive lineman that did a good job for him. How old is he? 38 next year? I got a feeling he'll call it a day. Or get beat next year.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, Ronbo, I took away 2 things from that game, really. It really showed me that neither one of those teams was deserving to even be in the NFL Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been New Orleans, and it should have been Kansas City.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 most exciting teams of
football.
2019. And we all know what happened in the New Orleans game. So basically, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you know, you got what you got. You know, it was the dead bowl, and it'll always be the dead bowl in my eyesight, you know, because that I've never seen a game, hell, high school game was more exciting than that. Well, Pee Wee League, shit, let's go first.
Tress,
you know, you see the kid running around the corner trying to bend the corner, everybody be cheering, go get it, go get it.
It's exciting. It really is watching kids play, especially at that age, right?
So,
Fast, let me see you Wednesday, Tress. And because I'm going to
come
back
Ronbo, we love
Wednesday,
you.
in fact.
We love you. Hey, shout out to my tag team partner, man. Shout out to Vader. Shout out to Sheik, man. Nighthawk Fan Club. Y'all know everybody out there. Jeff Tan always holding down the chat, man. Yeah. All right, Ronbo, we love you, man. We'll holler at you.
I love you back, too, man. All right, Tress. Have a good night, fam.
All right. Have a good one.
It's Tress sitting in Atlanta, GA, where it was supposed to be a party, and they had the wrong Super Bowl. Serves them right, Roger Goodell. Stop sicking your dogs on people, man. Don't be telling the refs what to do. Just play the game straight up and you'll be better off. It's Bethel. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Rumbo.
Yeah, Bethel. What's up, fam?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos of, of what's going on with the Rams, and there's a lot of videos. There's even one. It's kind of funny, but at least our quarterback, when we lost by that play call referees for the Super Bowl, at least we were proud of our team. The Rams cannot even say that. Yeah, they got there, but they're not proud of their team. They didn't do shit. And at least they didn't call our quarterback a loser like they did on TV.
Tom, when he started the game off with an interception, I They did not play. I said the bad thing about it, Bethel, the Patriots didn't play Patriot football. They didn't play good football. They won
No, they
playing
didn't.
bad football. That just goes to show you how embarrassing that had to be for the Rams.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know how, they could say anything because they can't. It feels an embarrassing Super Bowl. At least our game was exciting.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, all our games are always exciting. 49 means,
yeah.
no, really, every Super Bowl 49ers have played in, if we weren't blowing a team out or keeping it close or something, it's always fun to watch. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I wonder how many, jerseys homeless people are gonna find the trash. Oh shit, jersey.
and Super Bowl winning.
I'll wear it.
Super Bowl caps. Because, every year, Bethel, every year teams prepare after the game to put on a Super Bowl cap and a Super Bowl shirt. You know what they do with that stuff after the game? I found out 2-3 years ago. They ship it off to third world countries that, the kids don't have anything to wear or anything, right? And there's a lot of kids running around with old Hawks jerseys and Seahawks hats. But I read that, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, what team? Oh, also the Buffalo Bills, years ago, the Buffalo Bills, they furnished all kinds of children with clothes because they couldn't, every year they'd have all that stuff they had planned on, and they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. And now you have the Hawks who lost 2, and then now you got the Rams who got cleaned out. So the Rams, Hawks, and Bills. Well, the Rams, this is only the one loss, so we can't. They're not furnishing too much clothes yet, but they won't be back anyway, so it's no big deal.
At least one thing that we could say, that because if they say they would have won the Super Bowl, then we'll be probably hearing, the first stadium they're gonna put that Super Bowl thing on their new stadium, and then when we go play them at their stadium, they're going to be, look at our championship that we got, and they're going to be rubbing it in our face. So this way they can't say shit.
See? That's why people don't understand why I said you cannot have the Rams win this game. People was mad at me about that because, you'd rather see the Patriots get 6 rings than get that. No, I can't. The Rams cannot win this. There's so many reasons. That's another reason right there. We'd walk it world champion Rams.
At least if the Patriots win, we know that's a tainted Super Bowl. No, so it doesn't really matter what they say.
Yeah.
So,
and also,
and then plus, if another thing is that if they would have won the Super Bowl, they would have said, "Hey, all the Super Bowls we went to, we have 0 losses." This way they can't say that.
That's why I keep trying to explain to people, no matter what these teams do, the 49ers are still the best team since the Super Bowl era when it comes to winning the trophies. We got 1 loss we shouldn't have got, but we got 1 loss versus 5 wins. We are still the best. Tom can win 7, but he's got 3 wins, 3 losses. They'll never catch up in the losing column.
The only ones that could say that they don't have Super Bowl tainted are the Steelers. They're the only ones that could say they won legit the Super Bowl without any.
They lost a couple of times, though. And didn't Steelers lose a couple of Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think but
they lost to Dallas once.
Still, it makes us the best team out of everybody.
Yeah. One loss we shouldn't have lost. Damn it! I wish we could go back and play that. 1 loss against 5 wins. We should be 6-0. Bethel, if we were 6-0, nobody could talk nothing to us. Especially we would have won that recently as 2013 or 2012. And that year that the Broncos lost to the Hawks, we would have won that one too. Okay. Calm down. Oh, man. Got to stay out of the past. It'll make you crazy, Bethel. Oh, damn it.
But I think the number 1 pick for the Cardinals, I think they're maybe they're gonna have to go after somebody because they'll probably maybe go defense because if you see their games, all their games they were blown up by 30 or more, or they maybe played like 7 games good out of the whole 16 games.
Cardinals, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
The Cardinals,
they'll probably go either a quarterback or they'll probably go defense because
they need wide receiver.
for their
Larry
defense to
Fitzgerald's
give
getting up
away
there.
that much points.
Yeah, well, when your offense is sitting down all day, your defense gets worn out. Remember, what's that all-pro defensive back? Remember they showed him sitting on the bench? He was so tired his head was laying over the edge of the bench because they had him out there. They didn't have any offense either, though, except when they played us, of course. But the defense scored points on us because CJ was out there getting the ball knocked out of his hands, and they picked it up and running in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and then and one thing everybody should realize that the reason that Nick Mullins is really good is because the effort and all the work that he puts in to be a good quarterback. That's why there's not a lot of quarterbacks that put in that effort that he does. Or else he would have not been the way he was, because if a quarterback puts in a lot of effort, then
he'll become practice makes perfect. You're right. Bell, we need to stop though. Bell, I tell you what, I'm gonna come back Wednesday and let's continue. Okay?
All right, good job like always, Rumble. And,
thanks, Bethel.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I watched your show the whole time. I was entertained more than watching the Super Bowl.
Thanks, Bethel. But that game, the commercials were worth it though. They had a lot of great commercials that Super Bowl. They were funny, but
Bethel, I seen one of them. My God, it was funny.
God.
But
all right,
like always, good job, Rumble, and keep up the good work.
Thanks, Bethel. You have a good night, too, huh?
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. And Adam Garcia, that's hilarious. Thanks, Adam. Adam says Brian Hoyer played better than golf yesterday. That's cold. Oh, man. And I'm telling you right now, I just hope we can pick up a couple of defensive monsters, and we can pick them up if we C.J. Mosley. We could get if we got C.J. Mosley, and people don't want Earl Thomas. I do. I have a feeling, like I said, James thinks that Earl's leg being broke twice, same legs, is going to be a problem, and he could be right. I don't know. But all I know is he was playing at a high level last year before he got hurt. So does that mean he's not going to be able to continue to play at a high level? Bone is bone. Soft tissue is soft tissue. He didn't tear no ligament damage or anything. I think he'd be okay. And the best thing about it is him and Sherm, they've got chemistry. Some of the things we had in the secondary were seriously bad last year. Until these guys can get up to speed that we have on our team right now, man. We'll see. But C.J. Mosley running around back there with Fred Warner. Fam, please hit that like. Likes, or I tell you the truth, likes would attract others. They see you like, they'll say, what's going on in there? That's why we ask for likes. See, somebody asked about, why do you guys like? Somebody said, I hit the like, but the next guy will come back and take it off. I couldn't believe he said that. But those are the reasons, that's the reason behind the likes. We like crowds. Bam. Have a wonderful night. I can't wait to see you. I'll be back Wednesday. We can talk more. Wait, let me say it right. Niners football.